Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Now You're Playing with Podcast. This is our first episode of the year. It's from last weekend's Hexadecathlon, which I held as soon as football season was over on Saturdays. And we had 20 people show up this year, and it wasn't our biggest one, but the fewest number of people left halfway through. So we had the biggest finish this year, and most people were into it big time. And we talked 2 hours afterwards. So we'll get right down to it. Thanks for listening, guys.
Now you're playing with podcast.
And go.
Welcome to our first episode 2014, Hexadecathlon! Yay! Scott was the winner, and then he took off because he's a bitch.
It's snowing outside.
Yeah, I know.
It's snowing a lot.
Well, I just want to use the word bitch because the word bitch is going to come up a lot.
It's the secret word. We have to scream
Yay!
real loud every time.
The name of this podcast is Bitch.
What?
Only took 20 seconds.
Don't scream.
Sorry.
All right.
No one scream when you hear the word bitch.
So
Be very quiet.
let's get right in.
We'll all golf scream.
If only you could see.
Let's get into the game list right away.
I was going to say, 2014, we already broke our resolution of not laughing at ourselves.
Whose resolution was that?
Taking yourself seriously.
My resolution, not one mine. First game was suggested by Steve, and it was Toy Shop Trouble for the 2600. A fun little homebrew, Christmas themed, 3 weeks after Christmas, so everybody's fucking sick of it. And Steve won it, and I gave him a candy cane, and he kind of looked at me funny when I gave him a candy cane, because
I tried to leave it, too.
You tried to leave it?
Oh, you didn't know that. Never mind.
Bitch.
That was the saddest end music ever.
Yes.
Game over music is like sad Christmas music.
It starts out as happy Christmas music, and then when you die, it's minor key Christmas music.
It's like sad.
And no one took the candy cane at the end of the night.
Oh my God, it was so.
I'm sorry.
It was one of those, I was playing other games and I was just like, I'm not having fun because
you
it's
hear the
sad.
sad
Well, you just
music.
ruined Christmas.
Just the fact that it
Just
has
ruined
music for that
Christmas.
Atari game is
I
amazing.
can't paint stuff.
Because your toys are not painted. Your at-ats are gray.
That's the coolest thing about the game is it has, licensed toys like AT-ATs and Atari joysticks.
You can't call it an AT-AT, though.
An AT-AT. I don't know. I don't call it that.
Whatever.
It's an armored...
All-terrain arm. I'm not even saying. I know what it is, but I'm not even saying.
Ugh.
transport.
Too late.
Yeah. I didn't say the rest. I don't know the rest.
Sure you don't.
So I heard some frustrations for this game. Anybody hate it?
Well, no. I think that... Who took second in this game?
You got the
Cat.
Liz Cat over there.
And how did a colorblind person do so well in a game?
So, Linda, Chris's wife, came down and, pointed out, all right, trucks are this color. It's the third one down on the left. The Godzillas are the fourth one down on the left. I could tell, the white and the black and the yellow, obviously, but, she told me what the colors were, so I had to, memorize the position that they were on the sides and match the position to what the item was rather than the color, which was a pain in the butt. Which there was a lot of, color-specific games this year. What the hell?
Well, no, honestly, that's cool that you were able to pull it off, because I'm not colorblind, and I sucked.
I was trying to take it, but Mr. Ringer over here...
And he took it.
Okay.
He took it in the last hour too.
I know. He's like, well, you know what? Everyone's got their scores. I'll just blow them away.
That's the only one I did that with.
Well, the worst thing was he also had to leave because he had a multiplayer game too.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God,
I didn't even finish. Yeah. Sorry.
What kind of score can you get in that?
Do you own that?
I don't know. I keep track of what day I can get to, but I have not gotten to Christmas yet. So,
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. I've gotten close.
You can
It
go
gets
past
fucking
Christmas.
hard.
You can go past Christmas,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can go
yeah.
into January, yeah.
If once it gets going, if you lose your concentration for a second in the higher levels, you'll lose that level.
How many
You'll die.
how many color combinations do they end up doing? 3, 4, 5 that you have to use?
No, they all have 2 is the max.
Actually, on the painting is every single toy and all of the color combinations.
Is
So-
2 the... Am I saying that right, though?
Actually...
The internet is good.
So after Christmas, you have to take returns.
Nice. I was gonna say
That's the
before we get too
sequel.
far, there's probably a lot of people listening who haven't played this game since it's a homebrew. Like, do you want to do the quick rundown, Steve, of how? it
You
plays?
play an elf, and there's a bunch of conveyor belts with unpainted toys, and you're running like mad, trying to paint the toys the colors that they're supposed to be. The game adds a different toy like every other level, so after a certain point, you're trying to paint like 20 toys, 10 different colors, and they all have to be the right color.
And there are multiple colors on some of the toys, too.
Oh, and there's a timer on it, and if you lose time, if you run out of time, your game's over. You basically have one life on the timer.
And some of the combinations you have to do one color first and then the second color.
Right.
Yeah, I
You
noticed
can't
that.
do those.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you can't do, like, the trucks the wrong
Order.
It's very unique for an Atari game, for really any kind of game. I've never played anything like it.
It's
A lot of these homebrews are just like variations.
So
on
it's
games
in
you've
a.
already played.
If you're interested, is it still available on Atari
yeah.
Age, or was
Yeah.
it okay?
It's like
All right.
$30.
So if you're interested, it's on Atari Age, and Atari Age is awesome. They're not
Yes.
bitches.
No, they're not. Get in a mic.
It doesn't matter now, Chris.
It's not funny now.
Yeah.
Bitch. Game 01 was a UFO for the Magnavox Odyssey 2.
Who suggested that one?
Yay!
I suggested that one.
Ah,
It's kind of a thing to have an Odyssey 2 game now.
Yeah,
every
we
year.
kind of like the Odyssey 2 here, and I
But
like.
we're running out of good games.
the one death games I really like. So you could be playing really well, and then all of a sudden you're not.
then you're dead.
Yeah, and the control scheme is extremely frustrating, but I still find it pretty fun. And Scott got like 190 something. He nearly got 200 points, which is really fucking hard in this game.
Wait, no,
Well,
it's
10.
no. I took
Oh,
that
that was
one.
you. That was you.
Yeah, I got
10-1.
189.
Yeah, I think while you were trying to show me how to play it.
Yeah, like I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
what was
wasn't even
the
like.
trick on that?
I wasn't even
I got, like,
trying.
16.
I don't know. Just good, I guess.
Did you fire the gun or did you just use your shields?
No, just use my shield the whole time.
Me too.
But no, that's the same thing that happens like when I've been playing like pinball and stuff. It's like I don't try or I write myself off. Like that F-16 tournament. Like I wrote myself off. I'm like, I'm just gonna play for the hell of it. Whatever. I'm not gonna be trained. Whatever. And then like took second. Oh my! I could have like taken like first in that. But then like if I really try, then I just like fall to pieces.
Stress.
UFO turned out to be one of my favorites this time.
That was a neat game.
I really
Yeah,
liked
I
it
don't-
too.
I didn't hear any hatred about it. I heard some.
It's got the cool
frustration, but
explosion
not
when
like,
you die.
This game sucks.
fun.
Frustrations were like I can do fucking better. Frustration,
Uh,
which is the best.
I know that the
Yeah.
game could do better if I just didn't touch the controller, so I stopped playing.
Yeah,
That was an interesting strategy, but I think it worked.
we were demoing it this morning, and playing by itself, not moving, it scored 56 points. So anybody that got less than 56 points, you're just doing it wrong. Just
Well,
let
now
it
my
go.
61 feels like crap. Thanks.
It's 61 is hard when you try.
Yeah.
Well-
30 is hard when you try.
Yeah.
Like,
Have we mentioned
Yeah,
that there's
it's-
only one life that you get in this game?
Yes.
Yeah.
The neat thing about this is it's got the Android style deal where if you use your shield and it destroys one of the little things on there, it will shoot out multiple shots that
It
can cause a
ricochets,
chain reaction between everything else in that area. So if you get an area that's very grouped up, you can take out everything just by running into one of them.
Deadly
Build it
space jacks.
And it's also interesting too because like unlike Asteroids or some of the other games that are like the same style as this, it's actually beneficial to leave some of the asteroids out there because when the UFO comes, the UFO is incredibly aggressive in
that
this.
laser?
Very accurate.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you leave some asteroids out, not only does it block the shots, but they can also crash into the asteroids and then stop shooting at
Okay.
you. And it's
I think that's my big question. Are you the UFO? Because I look like a
Nobody
UFO.
knows.
Or is the sled that shoots lasers a UFO?
Well, the guy on
I think they're all
the video
UFOs.
that Chris posted, the concept was, and probably in the instruction manual it says, that you're like controlling a remote ship from Earth that is fighting off UFOs.
Is it Robot Bears?
It is not Robot Bears.
Wait, so is
Bees.
everything a UFO?
Well,
Yes,
no, because
yes.
you are identified. You are a remote
I love
controlled.
this.
It's like
I
Ender's
think-
Game. You're
Okay.
a remote controlled ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
spoilers,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
Yeah, like you're the human.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah, you're the human one, and then there's the Type 3 civilization alien that just has the lasers that destroy you immediately because
Oh God, that
We're
UFO
just
thing was.
And another
Yeah,
interesting
Homer
little
laser.
tidbit, reason why you may want to just use your shields is you don't get to choose the direction you actually fire.
Right.
Which
It
is
rotates around
frustrating.
randomly. it
Only
seems
when
like.
you move it rotates.
Yeah.
It rotates to the direction you're moving,
Yeah.
but you never have enough time to move enough to get your
I thought it just
It looks
rotates
like it always
always
rotates
counterclockwise,
clockwise.
but not right
to
to
the
where you're.
position that you're going. So
Right.
you can go all the way across the screen,
Oh, okay.
but you can't do that because there's always something in the way.
In the way.
Right.
Okay.
So it never
and
works.
your missiles or whatever don't go that far.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it lowers your
kinda-
shield anyways when you shoot.
When you shoot,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
So why would?
So
yeah.
why not just let things run into you and die? I guess. So.
I still like it. It's weird,
It's
but I
I don't think
like
anybody
it.
really hated it that much.
It's cute.
It
a
grew on
fun
me. I
one.
think when we did our Odyssey 2 episode, I hated it at first, but now I really like it.
Yeah, wasn't that one of the ones that we started and then hated it, and then we were like setting scores for ourselves, and then we like just kept playing that one like over and over and over again.
Yeah. And we love the explosion too. Like,
The
It's
explosion's
the most dramatic
wonderful.
explosion of the 1970s era, I think. What was next? Happy Trails for the
No.
Intellivision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy trails.
Happy
I
Trails.
kind of figured this was going to be the one everybody hated the most, but I didn't really hear a lot of cussing on this one either.
No, I
Fuck that
liked it.
game.
That game's a bitch.
I honestly I wasn't a fan of it, but I don't know that I
Designed by
gave it a
Carol
whole.
Shaw, by the way.
I didn't give it a whole lot of chance. It's just one of those like I like number puzzles, but I don't like being timed on them.
I don't know. I
Wasn't
feel
really
like there was a lot of time, but then it just got frustrating.
Well, he
Yeah,
kept dying, and that
there was
pissed
one
me
level
off.
that
Well, I
everything
think
was
the
just
point of the
completely
game is
buried.
to not die.
Right, I know, and that was my problem with it.
That game for me was kind of like you had to put a lot of thought into it because you're making directions for your man. So in order to get the money, you had to move the platform.
Boots and a hat.
And for me, like it was
It's
hard
nerve-wracking.
and frustrating because I just had to it was just trial and error.
Did who won this one, Brad? Did you get to the stage where there were 2 black parts?
No.
Okay, that's when it gets fucking hard.
I think neither Brad nor I beat that level.
It-
Did you actually beat that level?
No, I think it was. I think I made it to that level, but it was
You
like
just
I
kinda
almost
let it-
died right away.
Did they have the little invisible star, that you could kill the black?
Yeah,
Barb
I made
or
it through a
whatever
couple
they
of those levels.
Yeah.
On
I
there.
think it was like my cutoff was 2 of those, or 2 or 3 of those levels. I was getting actually pretty close to your guys' score, but I just kept getting. I really just kept running out of time. It was more figuring out how to move the tiles properly at that
one
point.
of the big problems with that game is that when you just sit there and you just stare at it and you play it for a while, your brain just becomes so jumbled.
Can't do it.
You just
Yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Can't
I
see
think
it.
if everybody had a good night's sleep and came back, they'd probably figure it
If
out.
we started with that game,
Yeah, if you had practice on that one, you'd.
Well, yeah,
'cause
you
once
can
it
actually
clicks-
memorize the patterns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's
like the
there's a
first
random
two or three
maze mode
levels,
on
like
it,
I figured out.
but if you the set maze is what we tried, and everybody was frustrated by it enough. So
the patch from Activision was adorable. So that's what I use for the painting. And oh my god, I want one of those patches because it's so
They're
cute.
That was a
expensive.
great painting. though.
I know.
I wish I had more of those Activision patches.
I do too.
I think my biggest problem with it was the Intellivision controller, not the controller
Oh,
itself, but the
yeah.
length of the cord is just like
Yeah, it was too small. I
even
could have.
sitting in front of it, I was like. There were a couple of times I actually had the controller fall out of my hands.
I could have used the Television 2 with the detachables, but I didn't. and
Dave,
I
what do you
probably
think?
should
Have you ever played in television
Sorry.
before?
It's not
No.
that big of a deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
What do
so
you think of the controller?
It's
It's
a strange controller. Just so people don't know what it is, it's like a disc that you kind of move left and right, and then on the side there's a forward and backwards button,
And then a number pad.
and then a number pad
Yeah.
that really wasn't applicable to this game.
Right,
but,
right.
To
It
most
just
games,
selected
though.
your.
It's
Most
not to
games don't
most,
use
yeah.
it. It's just to select your game.
It's to dial into the past.
So,
Or to play
it's not made for
Utopia.
human hands.
Yeah, I don't know what design it was, but it's very different.
So had you played like Odyssey 2?
Actually, no. For me, this was all pretty new grounds.
Really?
Mhm.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
So, did you ever play Atari, or were you beyond that?
No, I didn't play. I think I played a couple of Ataris, probably at Sam's house actually.
Yeah.
But
I guess
mostly I'm a Nintendo SNES guy. That's
We should have introduced everybody too. By the way.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that this time.
Start.
Hi, who's this?
Oh yeah, we'll start my side. This is Tanton.
This is Becky.
I'm Dave.
I'm Sean.
Steve.
This is Sam.
Corey.
Megan.
Chris, your host.
I'm Seth.
Brad.
Tori.
Enough people there, Are we gonna get bitched at by the pinball soul guys?
Now we are.
Now we are.
But you were saying, I don't know. I like the Happy Trails a lot. And there's another game called Locomotion, which is kind of the same thing, except you're a train. You're picking up passengers in the side instead of money bags.
And that was like the whole screen too. Like
it's a little choppier, but the music's better. So I don't know.
It has like a chugga, doesn't it?
Yeah. But places I've been working on the railroad in like 3-part harmony.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of music, we need to do Snafu eventually.
Oh, Snafu's great.
Oh my God, Snafu.
What system?
Intellivision.
Intellivision.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a great multiplayer one because that'd be fast.
Yeah.
We'll do that next year.
We'll do that next year later. Number
ColecoVision.
ColecoVision
Carnival. My suggestion.
Becky's suggestion.
I didn't do very well.
Yeah, it wasn't very easy to understand, and no one could seem to explain it accurately because there are all these little things that kept flashing up there with pluses or minuses, but I didn't understand exactly what I was supposed to be doing during those times.
Game, or is it just telling you something?
Yeah, is it some extra little bit of information I need to know, or is it that color they need to be shooting that color? Or
how did I lose 350 points?
Yeah, why do I suddenly have like 8 less bullets on here? Am I just bad at counting? I didn't really get that at all.
Bullets?
Fucking ducks! Get the fucking duck away from me! Wait, that's not what he said.
Get that bitch duck away from me!
Yeah, like I was trying to explain the strategy. Well, the different things you can use to make a strategy in the game, and there's so much going on. I think it's a good game. I think it's not very stressful too. Like I like that about it. Like it's about your bullets. The only thing that really attacks you is the ducks, and they're not that hard.
Save your bullets.
And I might remind that it was next to UFO and Happy Trails, so.
It was a lot easier.
Yeah,
more. Who likes shooting
bears?
Going
down.
Yeah, well, the bears are fun.
Bears are cool.
It's the palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the bullets. That's what Scott didn't. Scott take this. This is the one he flipped it. He said his strategy. He was telling Jason that it's bullet management, not actually shooting stuff.
You just use all your bullets wisely. You'll just play forever,
and keep getting the bullet power up the extra
the
bullets or whatever.
In the upper left.
And I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense, but in practice, it's not as easy as it sounds.
And we were playing on never mind. I was going to say we played on the easier level, but that doesn't... I'm not trying to diminish what he did. Sorry.
No, that's pretty hard. I haven't flipped it yet.
I wonder how, if it ramps up pretty well.
I tried skill level 4, and I couldn't beat the first stage because after I basically shot everything, it started filling up with ducks.
Yep, that's the problem I had.
It just, once you run out of time, there's ducks everywhere.
It's a problem I usually have.
It's fucking ducks.
Just get full of ducks.
Full of Duck Dynasty.
I was actually going to say Howard the Duck, but I guess we could be more topical.
Did he mention in his strategy, was he shooting those pipes? Was he focusing on
He didn't even care about doing them first or anything.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, those pipes are a bitch.
Yeah, those are hard to get, but I know you can rack up a lot of points. Right.
Did anybody try for the bonus? If you spell bonus in a row, BONUS, if you spell the letters in a row, then you get the bonus points.
Oh, that's what that was. I kept wondering why the fuck there's letters.
And it says bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, now I feel
Just
stupid.
shoot them all the right in the sequence, and it's really hard.
I was really confused what Nobis was. I just couldn't work that one out.
There was no bus. You were stuck there. You needed to call a taxi.
Tatton played that. When we got the modded Coleco from Chris, that was the game that we tested it with. It was just like, let's grab a game and put it in. And he got to the... Did you get to 3 bears?
Yeah, I got the 3 bears.
3 bears.
Yeah. 3 bears.
3 bears. Because you do like the one, it's like, meow. And then you do, meow, meow, meow. And then, you have 3, so it's like, meow, 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 meow. And, it's a pain in the butt. Meow. I love it.
How far can you get in that, Chris?
I almost flipped it. We had 96,000 one time. Shit. I got to stage 6 or 7. I could stop counting.
Holy crap.
But Scott flipped it. He's the champ.
Ninja pants.
And if you want to play the Intellivision version, it's super shitty.
No.
that nice smooth music on the Coleco, change it as really hard and
What?
That was a real glowing review right there. You should play this one. It sucks.
If you're a bitch, play this one.
It doesn't play on Intellivision too.
Yes, that's right. Shitty. Does not.
Bitch Carnival.
This doesn't get old. Game 04 was Arkanoid for NES with the Voss controller, the Nintendo Rare to Find paddles, which I found at a GameStop like 10 years ago for $3.
Yep. Oh, man.
That was the way to go.
Uh-huh. Because all Nintendo controllers were the same price.
Yeah, they were.
That's how I got my
third-party
dog bone.
Nintendo controller, $3.
Yep.
Thanks, GameStop.
This was maybe the most frustrating game for me. I don't know.
That was like the pinball one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
breakout style.
Breakout
style.
Did the power-up sheet help with anybody? Did any?
There's a power-up sheet.
Like I put the
Yeah,
instructions
he put
with
the
all the power-ups on it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Arkanoid and Breakout, but the third level of that one just frustrated the shit out of me.
I didn't get to the third level.
Yeah,
I didn't get to the second level.
Like, I love those games, but like, it was just such a time sink to keep like knocking the ball back up to try to get between the unbreakable bricks to clear that level. I played it like maybe 3 or 4 times, and I was like, I don't want to continue trying to get through that level.
Score down, done.
The key is
Drop
once you get it in there is to hopefully get a 3-ball.
Yeah,
and once you can get a 3-ball while your ball's up there, that'll clear it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I even saw Tatton get like 2 3-balls in there, and I don't think that cleared it out. Like, I still think you had to like
3 balling.
You need to get that checked out.
We got many jokes.
You can't sing anything more, or else it's copyrighted.
Yeah. Anybody else? Arkanoid? No.
I like it because I just played it as a kid. So
in the arcade.
In the arcade, and was it ever on an Atari or anything like later?
Just on the NES.
Okay, well, I played a lot of it.
Nintendo one too.
I liked my painting for it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that one was really cute, and it said "awesome" on it.
That was good.
Well, it's
your paintings were
interesting.
fantastic.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I get excited about things sometimes.
You won a fucking game this time, so we'll get to that.
Woo!
Because of the power-ups, it's interesting that basically every other knockoff of Breakout or Arkanoid, it's an Arkanoid.
It's an Arkanoid,
knockoff,
yeah.
Because Breakout didn't have any power-ups.
Right.
So
it's the evolution of the game.
Right.
It's, you take something, because Woz did that.
Breakout he did.
He did the original, so he did that. And,
of course.
And then, this was the natural evolution of it, and since then, it's all been the same. Like, for Christmas 2 years ago, you got the controller for the DS?
Oh, the DS, yeah.
Yeah, so they did Arkanoid for the DS, and they did a spinner controller for it. Yeah. Oh, wait. Is it for Space Invaders?
No, they work for both.
They work for both.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's a spinner controller for it. So you plug it into your DS, you plug it into your GBA slot, and then you have the spinner controller on it. And it gives you, a different feel to the game. It's a totally different game when you play it without that spinner, though.
Well, and the nice thing is
for Super NES is terrible because it's this.
You don't have the
Well, and it's nice because the Arkanoid controller for the NES has like a hard stop on the left and on the right, and you can it matches up with the hard stop on the left and right of
I
the
fine-tuned
screen
it to make sure it did too.
Yeah, see, that's perfect.
See,
just saying.
I found that if I used it like I was turning a knob of a radio, it was easier to control. Like at first, I didn't go in doing that. I just kind of had my thumb on it, and I was really stinking at it. So I changed it, and it works a lot better and easier if you do that.
I'm going to be the weirdo that says he doesn't really like that controller. The hard stop is I kind of prefer some of the cabinet style ones where it was
free spinning,
or the trackball, because I like that sort of that open feel to it. Because the way that I tend to overturn things meant that I kept overturning, and I would cause my thumb to roll over a little more than I want it to. So when I had to come back the other direction, I wasn't set up for it. So I'm going to be that weirdo that says he doesn't like it.
Scott did.
Oh, I would get his opinion and see how far he got, but he left. Jerk.
He's Snow.
Yeah, I know.
Snow.
Next game was Frogger for the Sega Genesis, which is pretty much arcade perfect. And who doesn't like Frogger? Anybody?
Steve, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
I think what you said was, I don't like it because I'm not good at it.
I don't like it because I'm a bitch.
Because you were like, oh, well, I don't really like that game, but I'm not very good at it, so... I think that was the wording.
Okay.
Well, it was there were like some nuances. So like, there's the little girl frog on the log, and like people didn't know that the girl frog gets you.
I thought she was bad.
No,
I thought she was trying to kill me. And the fly too at the top.
No, and then
well,
there's flies
I didn't know
at the
it was a
top.
fly.
So,
If
like,
I knew it was a fly,
you go screw your girlfriend, and then you take her. Well, I don't know, but you go bait with the one frog, and then you go up and you get flies, and you get extra points.
For a second, I thought you said bait instead of mate. And it
Oh.
was really strange for a second.
I love a game with an amphibian that can't swim.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's very endearing.
He's a hip.
Fast current.
That's literally.
I was saying earlier,
That's literally ironic.
The music
I
in that game is
know!
insane.
Oh my god, my painting works.
What?
It's literally ironic that Frogger can't swim, and I did a hipster Frogger painting.
Gotcha.
It's literally ironic.
He's so ironic. He doesn't conform to your amphibian thoughts.
The layers.
I'm sorry, I got really excited about that.
So I think the music is crazy because it's
Dun, dun,
wall to
dun,
wall,
dun,
but then
dun,
it changes
dun,
every
dun,
time you
dun, dun.
get a
Every
frog in the
every
top.
frog.
It just changes the
Totally
music like
different
mid.
every time. Like,
No,
8 stages it keeps.
silly.
They have to reward you somehow.
It seems to be random too, like what music it plays. Like I don't know if it's in a sequence or not.
Well, and it's very. I mean, it's nice that they did the arcade port, but there's like the intro screen, like, and then the you died screen where he's just like, okay, I got run over.
Yeah.
Yay.
But
Whatever.
what Chris was saying is, I think Frogger to me has always been a problem because the controls were always kind of, and then on this one, I didn't have any problem like using the controls.
I
the
would rather
controls
have
are
I would rather have a stick, an arcade stick for it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that one, Becky.
I feel.
Well,
just,
I could have had a Genesis arcade stick if somebody would actually come through with what they promised me.
What? Oh,
Just
yeah.
Or you could have done the mini cab thing.
Oh god, that thing.
That's
pretty good.
idea.
Any of us with
Come on,
eyeglasses
I totally get
automatically
that Delia,
lose.
so yeah, we can do. I've got that Cubert. We should totally do the Cubert. It plays
I got
great.
so much other good stuff though. Those are hard to see after a while. And I don't know.
Hexadecathlon Junior.
All portable.
Everybody just like squinting at little mini cabs.
We're like all walking on our knees through the.
That'd be wonderful. Like, here's a
We can
brick
get out the, we
boy.
can get out the CD-ROMulator.
Oh god.
Nobody knows what the fuck that is. That's okay.
I'm sorry, podcasters. You can't see the eye roll from everyone at the same time. All right, it was Frogger, and then
Superstar Soldier.
oh, did you?
Anybody
I'm
else
sorry.
like Frogger? Okay.
No,
It's a classic.
Who won? Scott?
Yeah, I guess I got the list, don't I?
Yeah, it was Scott.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Scott won the whole thing, by the way. He didn't stick around.
You just had to come in at the last minute and blast out my high score. The last minute.
He did, or Steve did? Scott, who did?
You blew out my score first, and then someone blew out yours, right?
I don't think I had.
On Frogger?
On the
Superstar.
Yeah. No, there were. I don't remember who it was.
Oh,
but there
Dave,
were two
Dave got 455.
Yeah, I got 400, 411 or something like that.
Oh, that's right.
And
I was
then-
going to punch you first.
Yeah, and then Dave got 450 or something like that.
We played the 2-minute carnival mode. There are two 80,000 point bonuses. I didn't know where the second one was. The first one, there's this little ring boss that surrounds you.
Mm-hmm.
If you shoot it from inside the ring, that's 80,000. Then there was a second one. I guess those two eyeballs show up, and you have to shoot it.
Yeah,
from...
two
you have to
eyeballs
shoot
right
the two
before the
eyeballs
boss.
at the exact same time. You have to take them both out.
there were bosses.
Yeah,
I think this game was just
I didn't get
just
that
perfect
far.
for the competition.
Yeah, even Linda liked it.
Time limit.
Yeah, it was good.
It is beautiful. It plays really tight, like really well. It has those hidden bonuses, so we were all talking about it. Yeah, it worked really well.
Yeah, it was
and
a
I like-
really good one.
I like games like this too. That when you have a finite time limit like that you're pretty much, no matter how you play, like as good as you get,
There's a
you're always
hard
going to
limit.
stop at the same point.
Yeah.
So all the higher scores are all going to be like real close to each other. So
And
it's
everybody
neat
was just
to
kind of
see.
perfecting getting the perfect run out of everybody.
Like
here.
It's easy to focus for 2 minutes. Too.
Like I can, like take out a couple extra enemies, get like a couple hundred points or whatever, which is when you in the grand scheme of things, in any other game that doesn't make that big of a difference, but in this one it does because the scores are all so close to each other.
Well, it was also nice being able to see everybody come up and say, well, this is how you have to get these extra points. Here's these extra 80,000 you can get on this. Oh, how'd you get that one? I didn't see how you got the eyes there. Well, I did this. Seeing that community feel of everybody coming together on it was really nice.
I didn't get to go on the floor and play because I was running tournaments all day, but I'm glad that happened here, and I'm glad everybody comes over and is cool with each other. And
I mean, that happens really every time. I mean, it's cool that. We've got a group that all wants to push whatever our highest score is up higher. No matter which one of us gets it, it's like, all right, let's get it, kicked up that much further.
Could you beat that boss in the 2 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I got to him, but I couldn't beat him.
Yeah, you don't get much farther past him.
Yeah. You can get one row of enemies in the next day.
I watched Tat, and the secret to avoiding those blue diagonal ones is go really close to him.
Mm.
And then he shoots 2 of those, and then you have to get out of the way because he shoots laser straight down the center.
Yeah.
So.
And actually, the hit detection on the ship, you can I take the speed off and set it to the slowest setting, and crowd the front. You can actually sit just to the left or just to the right of the main laser, and still be outside of the blue ones that move around.
Uh-huh.
And then as he moves, you just have to tap a little bit just to kind of keep that same position.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you blow up the first part, then expose the core, it doesn't shoot the laser down the middle anymore.
Okay.
So you can get right in the middle and
Do
just
you
take
have
it
to
out.
shoot the core?
To shoot the core. Shoot the core.
All right.
Monkey Ball?
Next.
Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball for the Nintendo GameCube, one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fuck that game.
At what level did you get to?
I finished it. I'm at least gonna finish it, all of the levels on it. But the games where I can fall off of the edge piss me off. And they make me really really nervous and
it's just a jungle sometimes.
Oh my god!
Don't push me.
A jungle with
this is
product
be,
placement.
in the advanced levels of this game, it's one of the most hard games ever made.
What,
the expert levels of that game. Yeah,
we only played beginner.
Throw your controller.
So I didn't think it'd be maybe level 10 was gonna be frustrating for a lot of people. I hadn't played it before, but I think the first 9 are doable.
And then it has that warp zone too, which is good up to level 5.
Which I think everybody who maxed it out knew where the warp zone was in level 2. Mm-hmm. To get to, I think it jumps you to 5, but it gives you a 6 times bonus instead of a 3 times or 2 times bonus.
How much did Dole pay to be featured in Super Monkey Ball?
Good. I don't know, but I could use some pineapple right about now.
Dole brand bananas.
My Nintendo GameCube memory card, I even found I took a Dole sticker off a banana and stuck it on there because I love that game so much.
That game was so great. And it's sad. That's one of those games that, past the second one, every one they've done has just gotten, worse and worse and worse. There's
other things that deviate from what the original core concept was.
They did a
Monkeys and Balls?
I will say there is one, the Game Boy Advance one is okay, but it's just the same as the GameCube ones. So.
Yeah.
I didn't get as motion sick as I anticipated. Because the ball stays stationary. The things around move. The background moves. And that's unnerving. But watching somebody else play, I want a Ralph. But playing myself, not as bad.
If we did a Monkey Ball 2 for a future event, would that be if people like this one enough?
Honestly, it'd be fun to do Monkey Target.
Yeah, next year, Monkey Target. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Is that is that the same
mini game on there?
Yeah, your monkeys starting at the top of a ramp, you get a lot of speed going down, and when you get launched off the ramp, your ball opens up like wings, and you have to guide your monkey down on these targets floating in the water. And you have to land on it, and you can roll off the edge of it, so you have to time it just right so that when you hit, you don't bounce right off into the water.
We're going to be killing a lot of monkeys.
It's like Pilot Wings, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same kind of concept.
Yeah, cool.
It's fun. The only thing that I worry about it is...
if someone's really good at it and can hit the little 500 dots in the ocean.
Yeah, that and the learning curve.
There's Sean like a point. I want to win one, motherfucker.
The learning curve.
You play that 2 players at a time? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Monkey Bowling's great. All the money games on that.
Crazy Bowling.
Yeah.
So in that later in that game, do you ever get more functionality with the ball? Can you jump?
No. Oh, in the Wii version, you can jump, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, it's oh god. Yeah. So you just roll.
It's like Marble Madness, only it's a lot bigger marble.
And you're right. And you control the.
I think it's harder than Marble Madness.
Marble.
Yeah. As far as rolling games are concerned, I prefer Katamari.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's that good.
All right, Game 08, Pac-Man Championship Edition for Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
Not DX, the original. So no ghost trains, no set patterns. Played more like the Pac-Man arcade game than the crazy-ass DX version.
That's
and
fun.
We had a lovely joystick that I bought and customized for the event that Scott took home with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Fortnite, I figured out how to change a four-way gate from diagonal to up, down, left, right. And apparently made a world of difference. I didn't even get to try it before it left.
Felt good, though.
Felt good.
Wait, it's the same gate? You just manipulated it? Or I don't know.
Yeah, the joystick underneath, there's like a little plate. That there's the fork. Normally in joysticks that most of standard issue, they put them in the corners.
It's a restrictor plate, so it's.
Yeah, but you just turned it like.
You turn it like
45
this.
degrees. Or
hold on, my finger's not working.
Less.
If you turn it like that.
For podcast listeners.
It moves.
You're not even on mic.
Sorry. I believe it's kind of the idea behind the new Xbox controllers.
I don't know. I found that game kind of
releases that they had with the D-pad that kind of turned a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't necessarily
slow
restrict it, but it
regular Pac-Man. But also to regular Pac-Man, I found it kind of slow because you have to go all the way over to find the pellets. Like they're not pellets everywhere, and I don't know. The 5-minute limit seemed long to me on it.
Yeah, I think it's a little hard to keep your concentration for 5 minutes.
The way I play, I didn't last 2, so it really didn't matter how many minutes past that. I could continue getting points because I never made it past 2 minutes. Those 3 lives go real quickly when you're not that good at Pac-Man.
Well, if you, the big thing about that one in particular is making sure you eat all the ghosts as quickly as possible, and, you can keep a train of the power pellets going, and, you get extra lives. I don't know how many points.
20,000 points.
Yeah, so
nice.
you can get an extra life pretty rapidly if you just start eating ghosts immediately. I usually use those first 2 power pellets to eat all 4 ghosts and then clear some and then go over and hit it again.
Yeah, because if you hit the power pellet and you eat all 4 ghosts, power pellet's still in effect. But the ghosts are back to normal again. You get another power pellet before the first one wears off. You get to continue the chain, so you get up to 3,200 points for every ghost, as long as you keep eating power pellets. Don't let it ever stop.
Of course, I find out all these little tricks about all these different games after we're already done.
I thought everybody was cool with one another. What the hell, guys?
Do you have a Tree Fitty or a?
There wasn't as much conversation about that game, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good game to pick up. It's
really cheap at GameStop if you.
Yeah, it's one of those it's nice to have, and if you want to get your Pac-Man fix on, or you want to piss yourself off and learn more about Pac-Man.
I did say I'm really bad at Pac-Man, didn't I? I'm not sure if I mentioned that at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
but
all
if you DX is wonderful.
Okay,
because DX is okay. So
the ghosts don't. They aren't as aggravating in DX. It's much more about chaining everything to super speed and getting into a zone.
So you get the ghosts to follow you. So you have more ghosts than regular. So let's say you have 100 ghosts. Grab a pellet and eat all of them. It is the most rewarding thing ever.
Because you turn around and mash 100 ghosts, and it makes a great.
Who's eating who, bitch?
Exactly. Well, and I didn't realize we weren't playing that one. That's why I did.
There was a time that I had Pac-Man cereal and I was eating it.
I love Pac-Man cereal.
You ate Pac-Man.
That was really tasty. And then they did Miss Pac-Man cereal with little
ghost,
pink bows.
The ghost for marshmallows.
Yeah.
I have to say that one was the most visually pleasing. I loved looking at it.
Did anybody like the arrangement?
Christian
sort of
Bale
it was in arcade cabinet, sort of.
Yeah, it was cool.
Was it comfortable? Was it
nice
training?
It was really nice. I like that one a lot.
But I thought it was the most enjoyable just to look at it. And,
well, it was nice. Nice height and all of that too, because you're not sitting on.
I'll have to buy another joystick for next year.
If you get another joystick, I bought you another restrictor plate. So
cool.
The Wii?
Pinball.
Oh yeah,
Pinbers. Megan's game.
Shot.
Sam did not win this year.
No, I did not.
Did you even come close, Sam?
Queen
It
Mag.
wasn't from
that was me.
I was getting up there. I was about at 70, whatever.
So no.
You said
No,
the
not
nudge
close.
so well.
I could get it. I could get it to nudge just fine. I don't know about the rest of you guys who are bitching about it.
I could not.
No,
get it to
I can nudge it
at all.
fine. I can't not drain the ball.
Well, my problem was I could get one side to nudge, but I couldn't get the other side to nudge, and I kept nudging it the wrong way. So it's like I'm gonna nudge.
It nudged the same direction no matter which way you shook the controller.
It
honestly.
nudged forward,
It was the
and that doesn't help if you're trying to save it from draining.
It
Frankly,
it was the first iteration of Pinball Hall of Fame
Meow.
on the Gottlieb collection, so they didn't really perfect it yet.
I
Williams
saw-
got better, and then Pinball Arcade even got better.
I saw the fire in Megan's eyes, and I knew that I was not going to be winning tonight. But no, just normally you're able to bump and nudge and get the ball to not go down, and there was absolutely no give in a lot of ways to how you shook the Wii remote. So it just made what I had learned on playing the table completely obsolete. So I'm glad she won.
It was a neat table. I mean, that's fun because it's billiard, right? You get out of ballses.
there are
And it actually is cool
drop
because
targets to hit for all the different balls, I guess. And then you want to get the 8-ball in the middle. There's a small little
hole.
A little hole. I forget what they call that
Divot thingy.
target. Yeah.
And it plays like 8-ball, if you're actually playing pool, because you go for the stripes or the solids. So it's cool.
You pick one or the other, or them both. And
Now, was the 1-up implied on there? Because
The extra ball, I don't think.
Yeah, because I
don't
know the
think so.
version I played, if you got all of it down and clicked it and brought it back up to restart.
I
again,
couldn't
it was extra.
get that to happen for me. I
Basically,
could get all the targets down,
It's
but
strange
then,
how it would be the kind of those. I don't even know what they're called. The actual bumpers on the side. If you hit those, that causes it to sling. Yeah, the slings cause it to go back. So it's strange, but yeah.
I think we're going to retire pinball for next time, unless
you think so?
Pinball Arcade comes out on.
you're too afraid of blood on your carpet.
just do Steam.
Just we'll get the Cleopatra going.
Devil's Crush.
I could have had it done for this one.
Devil's Crush.
It'll be very loud.
Alien
Or
Crush.
we can just
It will
do
be
Doctor Who.
incredibly loud.
Those are too long. Yeah, Corey would play on it forever.
I would. It would be
Pinball for the
there'd be a
NES.
line.
There you go. Or that we've got that high speed.
For the
Yeah,
NES
the high
as
speed
well.
for the NES. That's
That
quick.
has those stupid oil slicks to trap your ball and
Yeah,
the
that's
volcano. That,
Of Sonic Spinball.
It doesn't matter what
God,
pinball we
that's
play,
slow.
just as long as everyone is blindfolded when they do it.
I just want
Even
there
the
to be
playing
pinball.
field
Yeah, that's the
completely.
thing.
Doesn't matter if you
love
nudge
pinball.
it.
That's
bump
what we
it,
need.
doesn't
I've
matter.
got a Tiger handheld of pinball.
We need a
Not so much on that.
we needed
no.
the Who's Tommy and play it in Tommy mode the whole time.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
You can turn it on at the beginning of Tommy. And you start
insane.
There was the spins the half circle
Are
played
you
out.
aware of what that is?
I think for pinball
What's it,
next
Tommy?
year.
Have you
I think
aware of
should
the
do
pinball machine?
next year. I just think
No.
you should do some
Okay.
HD version of pinball, with Pinball Arcade.
Some not
'Cause the
rough
physics
version.
are so much better.
I just love the controls on the Wii version. I'm sorry, I'm jaded like that.
I don't like it.
I
at
didn't
all.
like it. It
The
was
Even though you won,
Even though I won, the nudging
Let's
is
just make everybody
important
happy, and
in
next year, Atari
electromechanicals,
Pinball.
So
or Midnight Matt. But no, the thing is that you can really plan that for a while.
Bitch pinball.
What?
Bitch
Actually,
pinball.
everybody can agree on that one.
What we could do is I could bring my PS3. We could do Central Park. Horrible. Going nuts.
Central Park has a really heavy extra ball potential.
Oh, does
that
it?
Could ruin somebody's game could just go and go and go because
Atari handheld or the Atari standalone.
the Atari pinball.
No.
No, you could.
I wouldn't be
play on
against
that
Devil's
too
Crush.
long.
That's a good actual idea.
You
Devil's
could play
Crush.
forever, though.
You
Yeah,
could play
you can
forever.
Maybe there's a time limit.
Well,
I don't.
we can get
Anyways,
we
yeah.
can get into
Yeah,
new games later.
can I just say that because Corey was here, I am shocked and amazed that I won and Corey did not win the pinball. It's like the only time that will ever happen, so I'm happy.
And it's been documented.
It's not Twilight Zone.
That's
Not
true.
Twilight.
Did you really try for Corey, or did you? Did you play a shit ton and still couldn't get it?
I
couldn't
didn't-
get it.
I didn't play a shit ton. I've played that game a lot on Pinball Arcade, And like I've even before this was happening, I actually didn't practice much on it, but I know that game really well on Pinball Arcade. So as soon as I started playing it, and I was like, these physics are different, I was like,
it's the same thing that happened to me. I played it a lot like 2 years ago, and when I heard that you picked it, I was like, oh god, that's not my favorite table, but it's so different.
The Gottlieb collection is that was their first attempt at all these. So.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's fine for what it is, but when you're really, you can really get stuck in your ways with like those. Like, I've probably played 500 plus games of that just trying to get the final wizard score on it. And like when I plunged the ball and it like did something completely opposite of what I was used to, I was like, I'm not gonna do good at this. So I was like, I'm gonna try, but
it's like driving your own car, and then your own car is not your car anymore, and you're like, what? No, it's
a bad dream.
The clutch is somewhere different. Yeah. So I mean, like, I did try, but I also didn't like spend the entire day like trying to get the pinball score or anything. I felt like it turned into being pretty random.
What'd you get?
So, I think I stopped at like 50 or something like that.
Oh, really?
I was struggling to beat 50.
Yeah.
I got to say though, like from a design perspective or development perspective, they really could have just like made the D-pad the nudge, because the way you hold it, it's pretty comfortable. Your thumb's right there, and you could just, nudge left, right.
That's
forward,
what it's like.
That's
on
what I wanted to do.
I know,
that's how I wanted, or even the
analog stick. Yeah,
but it's interactive, guys.
Well, if they don't make a Wii U Pinball Arcade, I'll probably pick it up for PS3 for next year. They don't.
I could bring mine over if you wanted, because I've got it.
You can, but I need to buy it myself too, because I like to support
them.
Because
they're fun to play.
Season passes. He has everything. Well, yeah, you want to support him, though. So buy
that too. Yeah, I want to buy some version of it. I'm not going to buy it for Xbox, that's for damn sure.
Multiplayer?
No, because they don't come out with any new tables ever on Xbox.
Was Twisted Metal first?
Yeah, multiplayer games. Twisted Metal Black. I've only barely played this game. Sean suggested it. We played teams. Most people were just trying to figure out how to play it.
Sean didn't get there in time. I didn't get the chance to actually play the game.
He didn't even come. He wasn't even here on time. Oh,
they had already started it by the time I got downstairs, and so I didn't get the chance to actually play the game that I picked out.
We waited until almost 1 o'clock. I really did wait. I'm sorry.
No, I understand. We had some stuff going on with my baby.
You have like a kid.
And Chris has to do reverse chronological order for the multiplayer games.
Yes. I have to start with the newest and go to the youngest.
I've just been pushing for a Twisted Metal game for the last couple of years, and I was kind of hoping that maybe I get the chance to play it, but it's okay.
Maybe you shouldn't have a baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks.
If it makes you feel any better, I went out in the first round.
No, but it doesn't make me feel any better.
I
Thank you for trying. I appreciate it.
A lot of that game when it was first out. I really loved Twisted Metal Black. It was really, really good. It was like one of the only Twisted Metal games that I actually played. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll do... I fucking forgot everything about that game. I was like,
Well, we started the first round in the snowboard, and I was probably like the worst stage to play.
Started there, and it was interesting.
Everybody kept falling off the mountain and suiciding.
The two
people...
Wasn't
I with you, Becky?
Yeah.
We just dropped off the map.
Well, no.
But the other team did more.
You and I survived, but it was because they kept committing suicide. We didn't do any damage to anyone else. They were just killing themselves. And so we had killed ourselves. I think we killed ourselves twice, and they did it 3 times, and it's like game over.
The same thing happened to the Donner Party, It's just
in a snowy mountain.
When this first came out, it was one of the first games I picked up for my PS2, and it definitely kind of reversed the trend that was happening with Twisted Metal games, because all the stuff for the PlayStation 1 and 2 were really good. They had great dynamics with everything. There was a good balance of it all. And then after that, they just started getting real silly. And
small brawl.
Yeah, they just started going real downhill with it. So when Twisted Metal Black came out, it was dark, it was edgy, the levels were huge, and you had a lot of stuff that touched back on 1 and 2 that everybody really liked, but didn't get super silly and crazy like 3 and 4 did.
When somebody's car blows up, you see them running around on fire, and you can run them over.
I remember the storylines in it being really messed up,
They
too.
were twisted. Yeah. They really went with that twisted and Twisted Metal
We're not gonna take
You
it.
get extra points for running over the person while they're on fire.
That was Twisted Sister.
In the single-player game, I believe you can get extra points. I'm not sure about the multiplayer if you actually got extra points for running over a...
I can't even imagine a single-player game for this game. Like a single-player mode. It's just...
It follows the basic Twisted Metal formula where it's a big world and you have a bunch of people, a bunch of other opponents that you have to take out, and mission objectives, things like that.
Are you a bad enough dude to run over everybody else?
Sounds kind of like Death Race. Like
They're making a new Carmageddon, so...
Or Carmageddon.
So, is this something we want to come back to next time, like another Twisted Metal game? I mean, Sean, I know Sean's answer.
Honestly, I think I'm maybe in the minority here. I never got into Twisted Metal.
I've never played it until today. So, yeah.
But I love Cell Damage, which was the the cell-shaded version that somebody released for the GameCube.
Activision?
EA.
Something like that. Was it EA? It was really good.
Does anyone remember Demolition Derby? Does anyone remember that one?
Destruction Derby?
For
Destruction PlayStation.
Derby. I mean, not that it's that similar, but I always got that sort of sense of
Vigilante 8?
No.
The game was cool because the cars got damaged.
Yeah, they actually had car
physics
damage and stuff.
I mean, this game, I'm going to oversimplify it, but to me it felt like GoldenEye or Mario Kart in a way.
Yeah.
You know? You're in a big shared arena, and everybody's just gunning for each other. I kind of like those games. I thought these boards were huge, though. I got lost in them all the time.
Do we like the team concept better than a single-player concept?
The team concept is fun. I like that it's random teams, too.
I actually based it off of last year's results. I put, the best score and then the worst score and then the...
So that's how Brad got stuck with me.
And then Steve and wait a minute, but you were top of the B squad.
Yeah, Brad was third place, so that's how.
Did anybody choose
top of the
Mr.
B squad?
I was Mr. Grimm.
So you were the odd job of Twisted Metal Black. Because that's the smallest vehicle there, and it's the hardest one to hit with anything except for the homing weapons.
Right, yeah.
And he's got the most powerful attack, but it has absolutely no tracking on it whatsoever. So unless you're right in front of the person, it's impossible to hit him with that thing.
Yep.
Anyway, I don't think I saw any dark sides either. I don't think I saw anybody playing dark side.
I was
the big rig track, the big rig. I don't think I ever saw anybody playing that. Oh, did David play
David did, yeah.
Yeah, you're just the biggest target out there, and yes, you can deal out a lot of damage, but you're also the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know,
you're the most vulnerable, but you can also take the most damage out of any of them.
Okay.
It was cool. It was very quick, though.
Huh?
Each round seemed pretty quick on that, but it seemed good. Yeah.
I like the team games, too. I like that getting people to work together. Because we also did teams for Choo Choo Rockets.
Choo Choo Rockets.
Yeah.
Game 0B.
Fuck that game.
Oh, that was awful. We were playing it. We were doing really well. And then, out of nowhere, Dave Ball, he's like, I've never played that game before. And I was like, bullshit. You've played everything. And it's a Sega game. And then all of a sudden, he got Mouse Mania. And, we went from 200 mice ahead of him to he was 200 mice ahead of us.
That happened with me and Brad too.
It's ass butts.
David was a cat horde. Cat whore is what it was. He pushed a lot of cats towards us.
Did he win?
I don't think he won.
Who won
in the final?
Hold on.
Sean and Steve.
Yeah.
But we lost the first round.
You were grimacing and you won?
He was smiling.
Oh, okay. I thought you were grimacing that you hated this game.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no, really, for me, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
That's why
the strategy for me was basically rely on my epilepsy to give me the twitch I need to be able to hit those buttons. I was hitting the wrong directions on that one half the time. I was putting stuff in the wrong places because I kept forgetting what color I was and where I was supposed to be sending these mice. But I seemed to get it down whenever the cat showed up. So I was another cat whore right there, where I was like, okay, they're moving a lot slower than the mice. I can see where they are now, and I have time to figure out where I need to place these things. So that's really kind of what my end of the strategy was. And I know that that everything else I could rely on for my wonderful partner here.
All I did was send cats to the other team. the whole time. After we lost the first round, that's all I did.
Was
send cats.
To get mice for me, and
yeah,
then like
that's interesting. I was a mouse hoarder.
Yeah,
or I was just trying to get the.
Yeah, I was just trying to get all the
cats
mice.
are too destructive. They take away like what a third of everything.
I
you
think
have.
the only time you go for the mice is Mouse Mania.
Right, then you get shit tons.
I was just trying to not have a nervous breakdown while playing that game. It stresses me out hardcore. It's just like too much going on. It's like information overload.
And
for
then
me.
the messages pop up, and they're all multicolored.
And then your controller doesn't work.
Fix that. I'm sorry.
After
you
played.
So really,
but you still
work.
The lesson to take away from this is be a cat whore. It's okay to be a bitch every once in a while.
The lesson I took away from it is that I should have been like 10 years younger so my eyes could register everything a little bit better.
Seriously. Well, no, then it would move. Then it would be like rotate people, and it's like, where the fuck? God. I just want mices. I like the Mises.
You the Mises.
They're so cute.
I still like it. It's a pain for everybody equally, I think.
Yeah, it's a really fun one. I like it a lot.
Well,
I enjoy the
chaos. And I was trying not to think of it cheating Scratchy the whole time.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about doing that for the paintings. I talked to Dave Ball afterwards, and I was like, "You really never play this?" And he was like, "No, I've really never played this." And I was like, "Well, you should totally get it. It's a first-party Sega game." And he was like, "That's why I didn't play it."
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was like, it's a good puzzle game.
Professional video game store employee, everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's not to waste time with Sega stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever.
Valuable things.
Oh yeah.
Turtle Rocket.
Pile on Chris night, I guess.
That's fine. I deserve it.
So
the next game we played was The Weakest Link for PlayStation. We always have a trivia game.
The Weakest Link.
And
Becky won.
Becky won a motherfucking game.
Well, no, and the thing was is that I thought I got voted off because they were like...
She got voted off the first round.
I was like, I dropped the controller.
You didn't know your name?
Statistically, no, I knew my name. It was they were like, statistically, you're the weakest link. And I'm like, you fuckers!
But nobody voted for you.
Nobody, some people voted for me, but they didn't vote me off. So, like, we kept going, and I do feel bad because I didn't know the... Did you suggest the language? There was one trivia question.
You ended up getting that one right.
You did.
I blasted out an answer there, which Chris got on me for that one. But the thing was, I thought it was the wrong answer. I was just trying to mess with people.
Oh, yeah.
I was being a jerk on that one.
You know what? Becky deserves a win, so there's no hard feelings on that one.
Oh, I felt bad because Jen.
Because Becky always puts out all this effort to come to these and be on the podcast, and she always gets her butt kicked. But she finally won.
That wasn't Becky's tactic, though, to drop the controller on the first one and make her seem like
I did. No. I have a superior inferiority complex. I have to do this right.
Becky, you have to describe the painting. For this.
Oh, so it was Tatton's idea.
Best idea ever.
So it's Hyrule, and Link is there, and he's got an arrow sticking out of his shield, and a little bit of fire on the back of his hat, and he's out of bombs and he's out of arrows, and he's down to his last part of a heart, and it says beep 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 at the bottom because it's the weakest Link. And it's called...
It was beautiful, and I didn't get it. He's like, his name's Link. It's like, yeah, what game is this for?
I was sad because I probably would have tried harder on that one had I known that was the trophy.
Yeah, and maybe I wouldn't have voted my own husband off.
Love you. I felt bad because Jen and Chris were playing.
Yeah.
And I figured that they were going to
sabotaged.
I figured that they were going to vote me off. They didn't.
I ended up voting off the strongest Link, which was your wife during our game, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so like
that's honestly sometimes that's beneficial because if somebody's
I watched
the first time we played it, Corey's like, now I know what the hell we're doing. Like when there's like two people left and they weren't getting shit for money.
First of all, I've never watched the show. Second, I had no idea what the fuck was going on the entire time. And like for me, not knowing anything, and then we had to like pass the controllers. It felt really like hectic for me. So I was like, I don't know what the. I'm gonna vote for you.
It's the Rocket trivia game.
Yeah, I was like, vote for the strong person because I don't want them on there.
Well, it's so crazy. Like the questions would be like, what is these two creatures, Diglett and Pikachu, are what species? And
You
it's
got a
like,
Pokemon question.
It's a Pokemon question.
It was destiny
and then it
for
was
you.
like, something. Seriously, I don't have enough college to be smart with word things.
You just won the weakest link. Stop.
I did.
Well, now, the interesting thing about this game, for those of you who haven't played it but are familiar with the show, is it does not show you the full answer.
It does not.
Right away. It shows you the first letter or first two letters.
Yes.
And then after about 10 seconds or so, it will show you the rest of the answer.
Except the final round, it doesn't ever.
Yeah.
This is on normal
The final
difficulty.
round.
On a junior difficulty, it'll
Yes.
show you the whole thing, but we're not juniors.
And so that final round portion of it was what ended up knocking me out on it, because I waited and waited and waited for it to show me the rest of the
And it
answers.
didn't.
Because I knew it had to have been one of two different things, and it never actually ended up showing it, so I just had to guess. And I hate trivia games where the guess portion is because I cannot tell what the rest of the answer is.
Right.
That's the reason why, like Wheel of Fortune, I always hate that because
And they never tell
yeah.
you the right answer.
Right.
So you're
Right,
like,
they
I'm
just
not
say
learning
wrong.
from this. I'm not
This
actually.
game is not educational.
I'm not
wrong.
educated from anything. I'm the strongest link, and yet I know Dick.
Well,
That's how the real show works, though. Like the strongest links get voted out, and the weakest links get
Can we
voted out.
play?
And the people
Can
that
we
slide
play?
in.
You don't know Dick next year.
I like that I got voted off first because I won last year.
Yeah, I think that was strongly suggested.
Oh yeah, no, I was totally on that. Fuck Steve.
Okay.
But so as far as all the trivia games we've played over the years, what's been the best trivia game?
You don't know Jack.
You don't know Jack.
You don't know Jack.
I know it was
The
really
only problem
long,
is that takes
but it
long.
took forever.
I know it's really
If
long.
we do it
but
again,
it's so good.
Buzz
we would
is
do it
fun.
weakest link style, where we would just everybody would play one time, and you would just count your final scores instead of playing like a tournament. So everybody would just play one game of it rather than one game, then two games, then three games, then a final.
Yeah, that makes
haven't-
more sense.
We haven't done any of the god awful ones on the NES. Jeopardy 25th.
Jeopardy takes such a
Remote
long
control.
time.
Yeah.
Concentration or the
Yeah,
the like eyeball and then
Win, lose, or draw.
The French
We haven't
horn.
done seen it yet either.
You
Which
can't do a repeat. You've never done a repeat game.
Can we do Dennis Miller next year?
it's not a game.
Garbage game with the spiral that we played.
Oh, Twisted. That would take too long.
I know. I'm just saying. What was
Oh,
that game?
Twisted.
Twisted.
Twisted. Oh, you're a second.
What was the one called Remote Control? Did you guys say that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you have the couches that eat you. And
Yeah.
stuff?
They made an NES version.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
The original show's awesome.
There's something about these trivia games where a lot of them you don't notice exactly how dated they are, but I really, really noticed it with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
More
the-
so than with the others.
It's the it's the awkward adolescence of
It
gaming.
was PS1 game, so it's
It's-
PS1
it's
graphics.
the-
Well, not even
Even
that
just the
so much
questions.
as the questions themselves were what really felt dated to me. I mean,
Really?
the graphics and everything, I could get it. I understand that portion of it. But the questions themselves, it's like everything is really steeped in a very, very specific period of time, and then you have stuff that's way far back in the history book that you never actually ended up read in school. You know, you paid attention to a couple things in there, but this had a lot of really obscure history questions and a bunch of dated pop culture stuff that did not age well. That was
I
my
think that's
thought
part
on
of
it.
the charm.
It was more noticeable in this than it was in any of the other trivia games that we've played. Even at a friend's house, I played Jeopardy for the NES, and it takes forever to play.
Because
But
you have to scroll through all the letters to type something out.
yes, and even then, the questions didn't feel as dated as this did for some reason.
Well, I'm sorry. The your brother picked the big guy, the big truck driver guy, and it looks like he has a pooch belly, and he doesn't because it is a solid, straight fucking line that goes down, and it's because they like shaded the polygons on top of very solid. It was
One of the other things we did for fun was you have to pick a character in the game. You can't put your own name in. So how we knew what character everybody was, we put on name tags of the character that you picked.
except for Steve, who was Steve.
That was the only name
Steve was Steve.
that we had in
But
the room.
everybody wanted to be JoJo or Ravi or the guy from Brooklyn or
I liked Tim.
Tim.
Yeah, it was
Tim was the nerd.
I'm a computer programmer.
And something else for those who have never played this is when you are picking that person, they will start to tell you about themselves, not only what they do for a living and where they're from, but also the things that they're interested in. Like landscape photography and socializing with friends. They go into this great detail on it, and they tried to create character depth with this, but it's so bad because they go through everything at the very end of each round when somebody gets voted off. Why did you vote this person off? And then also this person, what happened during that?
That you can't skip.
You get
and
the
you got to go through all.
And you can make fake nervous
256 color picture of like the picture of them, and it's like, oh no, I feel bad for the housewife of 42 years because she got
a 16-year-old kid with the horrible part.
Oh god.
Yeah. I actually worked at GameStop when this game came out, and it was a hot item.
Really?
Seriously? Yeah.
Very late PlayStation game. Right?
Yep. Yeah, well, it was on PC, man. We could not keep the weakest link. And
well, is it because of that stupid show?
Well, no, because
that was when game shows are hot. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Took off to the point where I think it knocked off the Clerks cartoon. They started that, and then they went,
next year.
This show is on. We're going to show it 5
Who wants to
times
beat
a
up
day.
a millionaire?
Who wants to be a
Link
bitch?
Went above that, and Weakest Link took that momentum of the show, and so I don't not believe that.
It was the beginning of the bitchy British host thing, because I mean
they did it in
Gordon
Doctor
Ramsay
Who.
Can thank himself for what's her
Simon Cowell. It was before Simon.
Yeah, it
and
was, wasn't
something.
it?
I just feel like they could have added multi-tap compatibility
yeah, this
with
game
this
doesn't
game.
have multi-tap compatibility.
2002.
7 players, we had to pass around a single controller.
Yeah, that
Thankfully, I
was
used the PS3 and a wireless controller. If that had been wired,
oh, that would have been butts.
Some of the popularity for this game may come from the fact that all the characters looked like they came from the Money for Nothing video. They had the same look and movement to them.
Adolescence of gaming,
which is a future episode, which we will gladly make fun of all those fucking shitty games.
Shitty or shady?
Both.
Bitch.
Shitty bitch.
So after that, we played Space Invaders for the PlayStation.
Import
Japanese versus
Space
mode.
Invaders.
I think that we discovered this by an accident and had a lot of fun and loved it, and I think everybody else loved it tonight
It's like
too.
Space Invaders.
I love that game,
good.
but I did not love it tonight.
Oh.
Because I just died in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too.
Yeah, and I was like, I love this game, but it was over so fast. I was just like, okay, I guess that's that. Then I'm gonna go eat some pizza. So
the missiles you fire are cool in this game because you can build up like 100 of them. You just like.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any missiles because I didn't last that long.
Yeah, it was all or not. Like you either got to play it for a little bit or you just died instantly.
I'm died.
Yeah.
Well, and it's hard because it's split screen, but it seems like it's a little bit smaller than like half screen, and the Space Invaders are like the same size, so they drop a lot quicker. And then again, colors. There's like one of the colors
a few pieces that
will make
color.
them drop quicker, or they change the direction. And if they just dropped and you change direction, like they go back to the same side, drop again, and it really like crowds you really fast.
Yeah,
I think that was my problem. Is I didn't get pwned by someone else. I got pwned by the fact that the Space Invaders came down. And yet, I should be good at Space Invaders because.
It's good. It's a shame that it never came out here.
I liked
version.
it. So
yeah, it was fun.
I like having all the little things added to it to make it a little bit more engaging, and it's like almost like playing like a battle Tetris.
Yeah.
Through Space Invaders.
Yeah.
The Super NES version has a 2-player version. It's not quite the same as that, but it's pretty close apparently. So I need to pick it up and play it.
Yeah. No, I actually loved it the day we played it here. I was just like, oh, it was just one game.
Complete surprise.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's really cool. I did very, very poorly, very quickly, so it was frustrating.
And one and out, that's a game that you can play for an hour and probably be pretty evenly matched, and nobody's really going to dominate that one. And because of time constraints, we didn't really get to best 2 of 3 or best 3 of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I was dominating, and I normally dominate nothing, so I was pretty happy until so and so. I think your brother kicked my ass.
Nate won.
Could you change the number of lives that you have?
I think so. Yes. There was like the 3 when you on that option screen where it said 3. I think it changed that to 5.
Because that would have been kind of nice if we had just a little bit more lives in it.
Probably.
It was still great though.
I think everybody had fun. It was nice and quick, and we got done at 9:30 this year. Holy shit!
Bonus efficiency points.
Ever.
I know we're not done. We're not here at 1 a.m. Yeah, the achievement unlocked. After that, we played Kirby's Avalanche, which is
Kirby's Ghost. Is it Ghost Trap? It's different in Europe.
Oh, Europe.
It's actually like the exact same game.
I don't know.
And the only difference is the title screen.
Right. It's Puyo Puyo. Talked about this BB machine.
Hey, when did you do that, you butthole? Siobhan posted pictures, and there's a picture of me playing Coleco, and then Tatton is behind me putting bunny ears because he's a butt.
I'm also like puking out my soul.
Yeah, oh yeah, that is puking your soul because you were putting bunny ears behind my head. All right.
Kirby's Avalanche, yes. I
It's
think
Puyo Puyo.
most people haven't played it, and I was told people to think Dr. Mario, and
yeah, definitely.
Did everybody like it? I mean, was it something you needed?
No.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good.
Well, and why is it a problem for you, dear?
Colors.
It's
Dad
much
couldn't
more.
play, but he still won 2 games or 3 games.
It's much more Mean Bean Machine than Dr. Mario, though, because
What
you
is
have...
it?
It is Mean Bean Machine.
But to describe it to somebody who's never played Mean Bean Machine, then that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, it's true.
Match colors.
Wait, colors.
One of my favorite games.
Or match eyes.
The music is great because it's from
Kirby's
Kirby.
Avalanche or Mean Bean Machine.
Every one of them.
All types. Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed
Bring
you were going
them
to go
all
with
on.
Mean Bean Machine.
Your
'cause
brother
of Sonic.
won.
Puyo Puyo.
Does it run in the family?
I think it's because I kicked his ass so much growing up that he actually learned how to play it.
Nice.
Actually, that's what he said.
He did say
yeah.
that. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game that I learned a good pattern for it, and I can demonstrate if anybody.
Watching you play that game is just downright mind fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Wrong.
It's really not that complicated, but I guess it.
So was he having like flashbacks to playing with you today? While
Maybe.
he was like,
He won. He should be happy.
Well,
bunkered down.
I was doing really good on that too until I think I played, or when I play you, I don't remember who I played, but yeah, I like the variations on it to where like I mean they're like L shapes you can make. There are different shapes, so you don't have to rely predominantly on straight lines.
I still can't figure out what to do with the clear ones. Like you just match other things around them, and then they go away. Okay.
If you ever want to see a mindfuck, watch the Japanese people that are really good at it.
Oh my god.
Those people are
It's
insane.
insane.
I can get like 5 or 6 consistently. They can get like 12.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Puzzle Fighter's the same way.
Yeah.
I can't do
Nuts.
puzzle.
Oh,
Well,
that's-
yeah.
Sorry, that's a good game. Puzzle Fighter.
No,
We did that the
that
first
is
year.
color. That is all
We played
color.
Yeah, first year.
Oh, I forgot.
Yep.
There's a really good one on one of the Mortal Kombat games too. That's like Puzzle Fighter. That's Mortal Kombat style.
Oh,
that's
wow.
actually really good. I played the dog shit out of that game.
What does that constitute? If you played the dog shit out of it?
That means I played it a lot.
And that there was dog shit in the game previous to him playing it.
It means that he didn't have any shit left, so he had to go to his dog
to get
more shit.
Oh, God.
To keep playing the... I'm still confused by your...
I'm sitting on piles of fecal matter, Becky. I don't know why you don't understand.
Can you
that.
go outside, please, when you're going to do this?
I have to wear a diaper when I play it. That's what I'm trying to say.
This would not be funny at noon.
His main job is a fly
at 11
farm.
o'clock at night.
Oh, man.
After 11 hours in my basement.
Bitch.
What's the next game?
Next game was... Bitch Ice Hockey.
Bitch ice hockey!
Now you know why we're saying that word so.
All right, you got to tell the story about bitch ice hockey.
Why are we... Yes,
Okay.
why were we playing bitch
There
ice
was a game. There was 2 games at this game store. One was, and somebody just wrote "bitch" on the label. One was on ice hockey for Activision Ice Hockey and Activision Laser Blast.
No, they didn't just write bitch on it. They wrote bitch and then they wrote over yeah, so they wrote bitch and then wrote over ice hockey and wrote over laser blast.
Yes,
And it's like in blue Sharpie.
Yeah.
And I saw these 2 games sitting in this cheap Atari counter at a game store locally. Saw it like 3 or 4 times, and I just, you know what? I have to buy these 2. They were $1 a piece. So they're one of a kind, and that had kind of become like a symbol of my collection for some reason.
You can find this story on last year's podcast for the Hexadecathlon. We were discussing the games that we wanted to play.
We wanted on there, and we did bitch, and we're not doing bitch laser blast. Chris said no.
Laser blast sucks.
That's okay, because by the time he wakes up tomorrow, all of his games will have that on there.
You got bitched.
No.
Magical bitch rare.
It's going to be Life of Brian, where you just have to write on the wall instead. It's just bitch on the game.
Conjugate the word bitch.
Is that past, present? Or?
Now, this is another case of one of those real simple, real straightforward games that everybody seemed to love.
Oh my god, captured everybody it was like combat all over again. Where it's basic and straightforward. It is 2 hockey players versus 2 hockey players, and the controls are stiff as fuck. But oh my god, so much fun.
And you can't put anybody into the stands, but man, is it satisfying.
I wasn't too thrilled.
Who had the photo finish suck?
Me.
That was Steve. Yeah. That was the puck was going in.
Yes, I was playing
goal.
against Jason, and he was up by 1.
You were playing against the Canadian.
I was playing against the Canadian. He was very aggressive, very good at the game.
It's because he gets kicked out of Canada if he loses at hockey.
And I was scoring the tying goal, and it was 1 puck width away from going in, and the timer.
Not even like
I was saying, it's like
the equivalent of a pixel.
Yeah, it was 1 pixel away.
That's awesome.
But the other game he played with Corey, wasn't there one that was like even closer that didn't go in?
No, that wasn't with me. I actually threw my controller on the floor.
Okay.
For about 30 seconds because it was 8-0
against Jason.
Because every time I would move one of my characters to the left, then the puck would go somewhere else. And then I couldn't move that guy, so he just was
if you
leaving
know hockey,
my
you're
goal
supposed
open.
to go where the puck is going, not where the puck is.
Oh, Wayne Gretzky.
That's what Wayne Gretzky says.
Yeah, I don't.
She has a lot of terrible quotes.
First of all,
good quote.
First of all, I hate sports games anyway.
Wayne Gretzky played hockey.
He probably didn't play this game.
But
Phil Hartman played this game, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, but
you haven't played hockey unless you played bitch ice hockey.
Yeah,
exactly.
I got so frustrated because one of my guys was just stuck all the way over to the left, and the puck was on the other side, and I have to move the other guy.
Like you're trying to figure out which guy is going to take it because
whoever's
it
close to
depends
the puck is moved. The other guy's frozen.
Yeah,
the other guy is frozen in place, and you can trip people and like break their friggin' legs, which is cool, and they're like stuck there for a second.
Yeah.
And that's honestly that's one of my favorite paintings that I did this year, which was the bitch ice hockey painting,
which is going in our living room,
which is wonderful.
Awesome.
And it's game 1, you're the bitch. Game 2, they're the bitch. And today, Brad was playing game 2 because they're the bitch, and they're the bitch at 10.
Brad was making a furious charge at first place because he's always finished second or third at these things. And he was in strong second place, and he won bitch ice hockey. And Scott did not win bitch ice hockey, but Scott still pulled it out. But that damn late charge was beautiful. I was rooting for him the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was going full force too. Like I wasn't giving it to you.
Well, Brad's official record is third, fourth, second.
Up to number 2, so
always a bridesmaid.
But there's still a Michael on your wall for every year.
year.
We're quite proud of our familial domination of Chris's wall of fame.
Yeah, that was a good game. One, it's neat when everybody's like it's a freaking Atari. And we're all crowded around an Atari. It's not one of those sitting and playing current games on a current gen system. It's sitting around an Atari with the stiffest damn controls ever, and
that pop off in your hand if you turn it the wrong way.
Yeah, and yet everybody's like hooting and hollering like we're actually at a game.
And the nice thing about this one is we actually had it going on 2 screens too. So both screens were. People were yelling.
Something was going on at both times.
There is video of the final match, the final 2 minutes of the final bitch ice hockey match.
Yes, thank you guys for taking more pictures this year. I'm very happy that I don't get a chance to do that.
And you guys don't get to see it, but Brad is wearing a "Hello, my name is," and it says "Hello, my name is not the bitch," and Tatten is wearing "Hello, my name is bitch."
Yo.
My husband, the bitch.
First bitch. Right?
He's vice bitch.
Yeah.
So
That was Jesse.
Yeah, that was Jesse from Breaking Bad. I had a soundboard, and it has him there's 7 different ones that are just straightforward him saying bitch, and then a couple extra ones on here that have Gatorade me bitch on here. So those are getting tossed out every time somebody was getting a goal.
Yeah, that was so great.
This, like I said, there's just something about us having real basic game combat, bitch ice hockey, where it brought together everyone in the room. I mean, everybody stopped doing anything else that they were doing and just came to watch this real straightforward basic game. Everybody got behind it, and you're right. It's just like we were at a game.
We're at a game. Yeah, and it's you're cheering for a stack of pixels, but man, it's
primal.
Really intense.
What did you say? Blue Jackets versus Green Bay?
Green Bay Packers
versus the Packers because they're green and yellow.
Yeah, it was
either that or Brazil.
Somebody described one of the teams as Jamaica.
Yeah,
yes,
that was me.
Jamaican hockey mom.
It was Norway. The red and blue is Norway.
Oh, yeah,
they're good at hockey, I'm sure.
Sure.
See there. Yeah.
I'm assuming with no previous knowledge.
It's cold there.
It's,
they're good at,
it's colder
good
than
at the
Jamaica,
biathlon.
right?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
But they had a good bobsled team.
Yep.
They did.
And John Candy.
Thanks for John Candy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. If it hadn't been for John Candy, they would have been.
All right, so are we doing favorites?
Yeah, we'll
Favorites, least favorites.
Yeah, we'll go around the room, do favorites, least favorites, and I want to talk at length about what we're going to do next because we have a few different ideas here for competitions. So, but we'll start with Tatton.
My favorite was Star Soldier. Star Soldier just really seemed like it was I don't know, it's just fun. It was just nice, contained, and the scores were all really close.
I want to bring back the 2-minute shooter for next time.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was fantastic.
If I can find a cart for it or something. I don't know. Because I've got it on 3DS, but that's bullshit, though. We'll play a 3DS.
Would you allow a flash, your flash cart?
Yeah.
Rob? Okay.
Or
just
talk
put
to
it on Rob.
Darren.
Does he still have one?
He'll probably let us borrow
He owns 2
it.
copies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of Famicom.
Yeah, if he came, he'd just bring it with him,
Yeah.
and then we'd be set for that. Because we did that at Jesse's for the Shmup night. We drove down there for that.
There's other games that have the 2-minute game on it too. So it doesn't have to be Rekka. It was particular.
And they did a Star Soldier EX whatever for the Wii, and I think it was
I've got that.
Mode.
Yeah. There's also there's lots of those games. Least favorite?
Happy Trails.
Happy Trails?
Yeah. Well, not counting anything color-based. The things I could play, Happy Trails.
But, I don't think that there was any games that you hated so much that you would never, ever, ever play it again. I think it was just... Was Happy Trails like a C, or was it an F?
No, it was... it's just not wrapping my... It's just hard to, wrap my head around that. I mean, I've never liked the sliding number puzzles or anything like that, so it just... Not my cup of tea. It was fun, though.
Becky.
Oh, God.
You won the Weakest Link. It's your favorite game ever.
No way. No, I'm totally not going to give it that. I'm going to say UFO. That was a total blast.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at it, but I enjoyed playing it. And
it was a blast because you blow stuff up.
And I didn't like Toy Shop Trouble.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
Again, was it a hate or was it a meh?
It was a meh. It was stressing me out. I was like, oh, this isn't that bad.
Yeah,
and then
all
I
those
get
kids aren't getting their toys because
your
your lazy ass didn't pay
them. Fuck those bitches.
You know what? Those kids were getting some shitty toys. All right, a trumpet? Really? Who gives their kid a trumpet?
A 2600 joystick?
Not just a
painted
candy.
Yeah. How are you going to eat that?
Yeah, no, I would take that.
Ask Steve. How are you going to eat that?
One bite at a time.
It's really just wood. You get splinters for Christmas.
With a smile on your face because it was a gift. That's how you eat it.
There's a John Deere tractor. I would like that. I don't know. A toy.
Missile.
Godzilla.
AT.
I think the good toys outweigh the bad.
You're not one of the kids getting the bad toys.
It stressed me out. It stressed me out for the speed that it was going on. I felt like I was doing okay, and then it was like, oh shit, there's too much.
There should be a sequel where you're Santa and you actually deliver the toys. I don't know how that would work.
That'd be wild.
Oh, dude, and then you have to know what everybody uses.
Yeah. And you're Tim Allen.
Oh,
I was going to say
you
Ernest.
automatically lose.
That's such a bad movie, and I like Ernest.
What if there's a bad Santa game where you have to fuck me Santa girl?
Krampus, the game.
So dead John Ritter or dead Bernie Mac?
Can't I have both? That's my real Christmas wish.
I'm not gonna say too soon. I'm gonna say too late.
Oh no! You gave me a sad, you jerk ass.
What's your least favorite game?
Toy Shop Trouble.
I know. I said that was your least favorite.
Not Dead John Ritter and Dead Bernie Mac.
That was her favorite game.
Oh.
The Ritterites out there are really pissed.
Oh, I know.
I liked John Ritter.
Did you say like or liked?
I liked. He's dead. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. I cried when he died.
Come and knock on our door.
I think I shrugged. I don't know.
I felt really bad. He was the
He
coolest
died like the same
guy
day as
ever.
Johnny Cash too, so nobody talked about.
Oh my god! I can't even
Upstage
explain.
and ask Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
How dare he?
I think Pennywise
Bitch.
got them all.
I think if we put their bodies of work next to each other, I think Johnny Cash wins out.
Yeah.
John Ritter live at Folsom County.
Are we getting weird
He
because
come
we're
and knock on
tired?
our door.
So when did this turn into the
We
give,
got a shit
give
for
Becky a
you.
sad podcast?
Dave, best game.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Becky. I'm almost exactly opposite of you.
Really?
I really didn't care for UFO, and I really liked Toy Shop.
Really?
Yep.
And
And I
never
really
play
like.
an Atari, huh?
What's that?
And you've never played an Atari. That's impressive that you like the Atari game.
Well, I thought Toy Shop was a really clever game, and it was, I don't know, it was fun. Painting the little things. Once I got the hang of it, I really liked it, and I couldn't stop playing it. But I also like Pac-Man, because I just love to just stare at that beautiful screen and play it.
It is kind of hypnotic.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
You would get you'd on your ceiling, just have it playing.
Oh, that'd be awesome, yeah.
Well, so they take and they take something that's so, classic, and they did such a good job at, like, bringing it back, keeping the same feel to it, and making it gorgeous.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
It's like faithful and new at the same time.
Sexy.
Yep.
So pass it over to Sean.
My least favorite would have to be Big Shot. I had too many first shots that drained immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 points. They suck.
Yes.
Have you liked the
absolutely.
pinball games previously?
Yeah, yeah.
That's an old school 70s table that's like designed to do that in real life.
Yeah, but just the idea of it where, okay, I learned that if I didn't pull the plunger all the way back, it would minimize the possibility that it would happen, but it still would happen about 70% of the time. So even if I did everything I possibly could to try and prevent it, there was still a very good chance that I was just going to immediately lose.
I nearly picked Jive Time, which is even worse. So
if it had a working nudge, it would have been fun.
Favorite would have to be a tie between Bitch Ice Hockey, just because that was probably the most entertaining multiplayer game I think we've had, and the one I didn't even get the chance to play, which is Twisted Metal Black. Being able to just watch, since it was too late to get in on it, but being able to watch the teams and everything, it was lots of fun seeing different strategies with it. Because I could see that some people were trying to be a little more defensive in the way they were playing and just try to let everybody else kind of do their own thing and just sort of snipe at them from the sidelines. And some folks were very gung-ho, get in there, and I'm going to take them head-to-head. So, or suicide. Yeah, I don't really think that was part of the strategy so much as just an after effect of not knowing.
Did you get to watch us commit suicide?
I didn't see the snow suicides. I got to see some of the other stuff that was happening, but
definitely.
Yeah, I saw people getting hit by their own ricochets, but so.
We got
Bitch.
My favorite was probably Superstar Soldier. Just all the reasons that have been said. already. Least favorite was also Big Shot, just because there was just bad vibes coming from that corner. Like, anybody that played it was just pissed off about it. So, yeah, except for me. Sam?
I actually liked your pick, the toy shop, the most. I never really played anything like that, and it was just kind of interesting and fun to play. I actually loved when you're going through and you're just accidentally marking things, and you have to mentally make a note, like, okay, I just marked that, that's wrong, and I have to go back after I do that. And just, there's something about, I don't know,
it
linear
never got
thinking
too
of it.
stressful when you're running out of time either. I mean, it was a little bit with the horns, but it wasn't like Sonic drowning stressful.
Yeah,
That's
it sounded
very
kind of
true.
like a choo-choo tray, like a whistle or something like.
And then I feel bad picking this because it's been picked now, but I will have to say Big Shot. And the only reason I say that is because it's one of my favorite tables otherwise.
Yeah.
And I feel like, that nudge just stole all the thunder out of it. And I don't think that it's a Wii thing because I like the last two Wii selections pinball we had.
The Gottlieb, like I said before, the Gottlieb Pinball Hall of Fame was their first collection, so they hadn't gotten the physics down quite.
But I feel bad saying that because, like, I don't want to be the bitter, like, I didn't win the third time, I don't like it.
Yeah,
but,
kind of do.
Yeah, I kind of do.
You kind of sound like a
What's that word I'm looking for?
I'm a big shot, all right? Big shot.
Big shots.
Or big shot bitch. Or big bitch shot.
Big
Bitch
bitch.
shots.
Big shot.
Bitch shots.
I'll play that game.
Corey?
I think my favorite was probably Happy Trails.
Nice!
Actually.
Cool.
Yeah. I really liked it. It was...
Is it because you like Happy Trails outside of video games?
Oh, girl. Actually, I thought it was kind of a unique mechanic for a game. It was kind of like Pac-Man, only I got to move the board instead of the man.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of interesting, like, memorization stuff to it. Like, you play the first level and you fuck everything up, and then eventually I was like, okay, I know. I need to slide this one over, hold down on the fast button, and then slide this other one over and get it and get the max bonus on the time. And then you learn the second stage and then the third.
There was a fast button?
Yeah.
I
and
did
a reverse
not know.
button.
Oh, my God.
So you could turn around. Yeah.
I put it on the sheet, I thought.
It's on the sheet.
I guess I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was great. I probably alone in that, but
no, I'm perfectly happy. I thought everybody was going to hate that game.
No,
I
actually, even when I watched the
it.
videos, I was like, that actually looks kind of cool.
Did not hate it?
So.
Did not hate that game. I like that game too.
I think I need to try it in another situation. I need to sit down and play it when it's not
Try the different
competition.
modes too.
Because when it's competition, it's like, oh, people are thing and much.
People are so
It is a nice, relaxing game. It just
You like Doge? Much watching.
So
So hard.
Well, you don't have an arcade of noise behind you and people
Right.
cheering and stuff. It's
least.
Don't forget your Dreamcast. It's up down.
Least favorite is kind of tough because I actually really, really hate Monkey Ball a lot. It just stressed me out, and I was like, I just need to get through the whole thing once.
But you beat it. I'm happy. I'm proud of you.
Fuck it. The only reason I beat it was because I didn't want to have the lowest score on it, which is probably where I would have been. But I also really hated UFO, too. So those were pretty tied as games that I did not want to play. Especially when, I'm like, I can't get over fucking 30. The game by itself gets over 50.
56.
And then fucking Tatten goes, no, all you need to do is do this, and then gets the high score of the night while I'm watching. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you coming back next year? You sound disappointed.
It's made me sad. So, yeah. Those would be my low points. Though they're pretty tied for how annoyed I was by them, though. But yeah, no, I was actually pleasantly surprised by Happy Trails. Though.
Okay, you coming back next year? You sound like you didn't have fun.
Fuck you, Crit. No,
I'll be back. Be my friend.
I'll be back. Just only pick games that I'm good at. God.
God. We'll
In
do
your
nothing
eyebrows
but
or
wizardry.
and your eyebrows?
And your eyebrows.
Can we do wizardry speed runs?
Yes.
We'll start 2 days
That's
early.
Fun with a capital FU.
dear.
Megan.
I think that my least favorite was also probably Super Monkey Ball. That's not the kind of game I like at all. That's like the level in games that I hate and would always make my older brother do for me. So that entire game sucks for me. And my favorite was actually probably Kirby's Avalanche Dr. Mario or whatever.
Neat.
It's a lot of fun. It's a good level of competition, I think, for that.
Have you played those before?
I played Dr. Mario when I was younger, so I kind of had that going for
no
me.
Puyo.
No, I hadn't played that.
You need to pick up Puyo and play it outside because it's neato and the combos are really cool in it.
Okay.
So you can...
I'll take it outside.
Not this now.
And play it in a
you get handheld.
Get the fuck out.
Stop being funny off mic. Bitch.
They did make it for the Game Boy Advance, so technically she could play it outside if she wanted to.
If I have one that has backlit or whatever.
It's a fun game. It's worth picking up for whatever and playing for whatever because it's fun. And if you want to watch somebody kick the shit out of everything ever, watch Chris Bidwell because he does chains like it ain't no thing.
Cool. Well, I will do that.
Watch me.
Well, I don't want to just watch you.
No,
That's a little
does.
weird.
I'm married anyway. I don't know what that even means.
What's that mean?
I didn't get to play anything this year, but I think I would have liked Frogger the most because I just love that version of Frogger, and nobody else seemed to like it.
I was close on that.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't my favorite.
Frogs fucking.
But I've played Frogger before.
Ironic
I think that,
frogs fucking.
You know, my choices were more based off of like, oh, I didn't think this was going to be
happy
awesome.
surprise
but it
or
was,
big letdown, yeah. And I really do like Super Monkey Ball. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Fuck you.
You guys hate it, I know.
I don't hate it. I like Monkey Ball.
I like Monkey Ball.
They were in my top
Yeah.
5 or whatever.
And then least favorite, probably,
Big Short. Bitch shot.
Big Shark.
Bitch shot.
I'm not going to have a least favorite
Shark.
there.
Yeah, don't bitch out. Pick your least favorite. Come on.
Yep, gotta have a least favorite.
God damn it.
Which was your least favorite to run with the multiplayer?
Probably, which took the longest. The Avalanche did take very long, longer than I thought, because everybody was nice and conservative and keeping their piles low most of the time. Probably Twisted Metal Black just because I've never played it before, and no, and it's a C for me. It's not even like I hate it. It was just among all the games we played, that was the one I was least familiar with.
Well, and it looked like there was also nothing really unlocked, so we were kind of limited in the levels we could play.
Which is true. We started with the snow level.
Damn right.
Well, we started with the snow level, which,
Which was a bad choice for first level. That would have been better as a final.
Which we all get to go play tonight when we drive home.
Exactly.
Hexadecathlon.
Yay,
Drive
ice
safe,
cream
everybody.
truck.
Now, luckily, I have missiles on my car.
Lucky.
I'm Mr. Grimm, so
I'm an asshole locked in 2 giant wheels. There's a guy.
You're an axle locked inside 2 giant.
I said an asshole.
He looks like someone from the Doodah Parade.
Oh, that's his name.
I know. I'm tired and stupid right now.
Isn't that the name of
What is your name, Private? Major Asshole. Not Private.
Surrounded by assholes.
Major horse.
Surrounded by major horse.
Keep firing, assholes.
He's my cousin.
And they broke
What are we laughing at?
We broke her. We
Oh
broke
my
her.
God, Becky, we broke Becky.
We broke Becky.
Becky loves Major
Broke
Horse.
back Becky.
It wasn't even ironic. Her hands are a different color entirely than her face.
Tatten, mic up her tee hee hee. This is.
In stereo.
It's kind of voyeuristic. You should stop.
Woo!
So tell us what you really thought.
Who's your favorite centerfold, Major Horse?
It's a nice shade of red you got there, Becky.
It's all for Becky.
She's just gleed the
shit. Pulled out 4 pages, Becky.
Cool
down.
Just breathe. Breathe and you'll feel better.
What was Tori's favorite game?
Favorite game? I think I'm going actually UFO. I really liked UFO. I could run into
the Odyssey's lots of winning tonight.
And the bitch ice hockey was fun to watch because lots of people got to call my husband a bitch repeatedly. And I don't know.
Not the bitch. And then he won.
And then he won.
Not the bitch.
I get to call my husband a bitch.
Least favorite for stupid reasons, Superstar Soldier. Arthritis in hands, not good for that controller. I barely made it alive through the 2 playthroughs.
You should have put a rubber band around the button and just play with your left and just move.
I tried using my first and middle fingers to do the back and forth, and that just... I have the claw now, so...
Can you do...
The claw!
Could you do... I mean, is it in your wrist as well?
No, it's the joints of my fingers. I'm old. And I'm actually probably the second
30.
youngest person here. Which, yeah. Yay, arthritis.
So I was probably kind of a tie between Superstar Soldier. It as weird as it sounds, it was actually a pretty relaxing game.
It's not that frantic.
No, it's really not.
Blowing all that shit up is cathartic.
Yeah,
I actually was just playing it at the end of the night just to play it, just to play.
Yeah, I would go over there in between sets of Happy Trails where my brain was just fried, and I would just go over there and just play some Superstar Soldier. That and obviously bitch ice hockey. I always love the Activision Atari sports games, especially when you're playing against another person, just because it's simple and it always gets frantic and.
That was your suggestion, right?
Yeah,
he just
said
sports
games. Last year you said Atari Sports.
Yeah, I said some sort of Atari sports game. So I'm glad it was bitch ice hockey instead of the real sports hockey. The real sports hockey is pretty bad.
I don't think that's a real game. I think that's the only hockey game was ice hockey.
They had the real sports line.
I
know they had a football one.
There's football and baseball and volleyball and.
Thought they had a hockey one.
Synchronized swimming.
Maybe
there was
beating and eating.
For the 7800,
beat 'em and eat 'em.
Beat 'em and eat 'em. Yeah.
Synchronized because the 2 ladies work at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do no.
That's more of a cardio workout than a sport, really.
Beat 'em and eat 'em.
That's a pornographic Atari.
We haven't played Kaboom yet. We can't do
okay.
Beat 'em and eat 'em before Kaboom. That's just not right.
That's true. That's true.
And
bitch beat 'em and eat 'em.
No, it's beat 'em and eat 'em, bitch.
That's a $50 cartridge you're defacing there. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
What was your least?
Probably my least favorite was probably Arkanoid. I'm
really?
Not a fan of the breakout style game, and for me the wheel just didn't feel right. It didn't have enough.
It's
had too much. Yeah,
for me
it had too much give.
hands.
It had too much give, and it was just really hard for me to play that one overall.
It's not an Atari paddle. What to use your man hands for?
Yeah. I had to use 2 dainty
Xbox
fingers.
Duke.
A little nipple.
Yeah. You just tweak the nipple a little bit there.
It's a pixelated nipple.
I'm a lucky lady.
I feel so sorry for you. I really do.
So next year is the 5th Hexadecathlon. I got a few ideas other than Hexadecathlon or what we should do for the next time. I want to do over the summer, go to 16-bit, take over a Saturday afternoon, and just take over 16-bit and do
then we can have real pinball.
And we can have real pinball and real booze and go to Dirty Frank's to eat. And I don't think they're that busy at noon on Saturdays, so if we all got there right when they opened on a Saturday in the summertime, in the air conditioning.
Or a Sunday. Sunday's even.
We'd be bad customers there because we all don't drink that much. I think.
Oh no, if they have drink specials.
Well, I mean,
I play pinball better drunk. So
we had some real pinball tables and arcade games, and there's a good. I think we could do Super Off Road for multiplayer, and maybe we don't have to do 16 games, but I think we just do a tournament over the summer there. There's also Hexadecathlon, which we still want to do at some point, which it wouldn't be competition. It'd be more like everybody pulls a shitty game out of a hat and plays it. We all make fun of it for 10 minutes and then go to the next one.
We could have fun. Honestly, that would be a fun record a podcast where we're like.
Oh, absolutely. I could do it live and just cut it down.
Because
I wish we had been recording when we were playing the Dennis Miller game and
Eugene Levy's Wild World, Wacky World Miniature Golf.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds horrible.
It is.
We probably played
but let's
it for
save that juicy material.
No, it's so much worse than you can possibly imagine.
Let's save that for the restricted show.
Most random thing I've ever heard.
And yet,
on the CDI, dude.
So much. It's
Are we
like
talking about the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe? Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, we don't have that.
Now, what year did it come out? The Eugene Levy game?
92.
So this is before American Pie.
What does Eugene Levy do?
So this is just
Suck.
SCTV and like
giant eyebrows.
It's a cartoon golf game that is. It's not very good, and he's the narrator constantly of it.
With these terrible jokes.
And he says,
"Stroke women." We can't make fun of it now. We're giving our best stuff away for the show.
Oh my gosh, it's really bad. So it's so animation wise, it's not terrible in the animation, but it's perfect timing. And if you don't get perfect timing, you lose the
we can't talk about it. We have to save it.
Yep, we gotta save it.
Okay, so Hexadecathlon,
Just
totally.
stroke
That
limit.
and
So, do we
white
have
men
that-
can't jump on the Jaguar.
The troll game. We played the troll game last time.
God, yeah, the troll for the NES.
Yeah.
Troll Island.
The fluffy
Treasure trolls.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
Do we do that at my place, or we do that at Tatton's place to convince him to finally have a party at his place?
We can do it at my place.
We can
There's
do
also
it-
some
yeah.
pinball too, and a bunch of you guys haven't been over yet. So.
Yeah, so we could do it at our place. It's just, do we want Hexadecathlon associated with our place?
Well, why not? It's fun.
But
We
you have
have
beautiful Doctor Who pinball.
You'll
to
never
make
be
up
able to
for
get
it.
that evil out of your house.
We don't have the
We already
TVs
have
as a
it.
thing.
Like for a full Hexadecathlon, like we can't.
Well, I guess we could just have some shitty games out.
Plus, it'd be more of a communal thing. Like,
I like
we
the
wouldn't have
idea-
20 people. We'd have like 12.
I like
just
the idea
our
of doing
group.
the draw game and then play talk about it. We could set up the camera. We could even do some video from it and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
By the way, has the board game podcast or video that we did gone up yet?
You're
No,
asking Tatton to do something?
Something that's not work.
How about Jekyll and Hyde for the NES?
Oh, yeah.
If you play Tom Sawyer. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is probably the worst game I've ever played in my life.
I'm not a fan of Spelunker. So Spelunker on the NES, you have a very small drop and you're dead. It's one of those, I should be able to... No, you fucking can't.
Half the games we could pick for this, though, would be games that it isn't about who has the best score of
Right.
this terrible game.
It wouldn't be a competition.
It would be who gets frustrated with this game and walks away first.
Right. That's Eugene
who-
Levy.
Yeah.
Well, so I wouldn't mind doing things that the Angry Video Game Nerd has not done yet, too.
Yeah, I agree.
I would not know what those things are.
We could figure this out.
With the
pretty
exception
Silver
of porn
Surfer,
games,
Ghostbusters.
potentially.
Oh,
Yeah.
Silver fucking Surfer. That is a brutal
Unfair.
Ghostbusters he has done, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
well,
saying
yeah, I mean,
is-
the
is
stuff
what
he
he
has.
has done.
I've actually got a list of the stuff that he's done, so we could.
We've-
That's a lot of
find
variety
terrible
we-
stuff
we-
that he
to
has.
choose from.
Yeah,
that he
we-
hasn't touched.
we-
Turtles, the first one, that was real
I don't know
bad.
if he's done that.
He's
but
done that
that's
one,
just
yeah.
one one part of that game.
Yeah.
He's mostly done NES stuff. So if we move past the NES and we go more towards
Superman
Oh.
64.
Superman
Well,
64, he did.
He did. Well, no, but White Man
We can
can't
have-
jump on the
We
Jaguar.
Yeah.
can have
There'd be
crossover.
exceptions.
So we got 16-bit. We have Hexadecathlon. We have the Hexadecathlon that's the best of for next year. We have our 4 winners. We also can just pick the best games we've played.
All stars.
All stars, Project
So-
Runway.
I would love to do a you get one try on the game. So, all right, guys, you ninjas that keep winning and keep kicking ass, you get one try on the game. You have one score to add into it.
I think if we did that, we should also not announce what the game is.
I would love to have a blind, and honestly, I'm willing to sit out if you tell me what the games are, so I can do the paintings again.
Actually, what would be kind of neat would be to do a setup like we had at Papa, where you have to do there's 10 games set up, and you pick 8 of the 10 games or 7 of the 10 games or whatever. But if you want to redo your scores, you have to redo like all of your games, like all of them again. And then pick, like,
it's like a best of run.
Yeah, like that'd be kind of challenging. Like I think that'd be kind of neat.
So do we do the All-Star? We do the the 16-bit, the Crapalon, the All-Stars, or just a regular old Hexadecathlon?
Well, man, I think regardless, we should just do like the regular Hexadecathlon. I mean, there's just so much charm in what you've built with all this.
And you have to get to your 5th anniversary.
Yeah, but even if we change the Hexadecathlon, we're not going to have the community like we usually do either. Yeah. With going with one round, nobody's going to want to tell anybody else how to do anything.
True.
Very true.
Or you can incorporate that idea smaller into it in the middle somewhere. Or just one system.
Actually, go ahead.
Here's a thought on this one. Since that would make things go so much faster, we could basically do a smaller version of Hexadecathlon combined with the Hexadecrapalon. So you could have these are the games that people would actually be interested in playing, single run throughs, and then here are the crappy ones as well. So basically, it would take the same amount of time that the Hexadecathlon would take, except you're combining these two different ideas. So you get really interesting little things that we can try that maybe nobody's played before and people haven't played in forever. You have no idea what you're getting into, and you get one run to get the highest score possible on it. And then you also have here's these crappy games, and we're going to do everything we can to try and make this an enjoyable set of crappy games. So we can combine those two ideas and do it.
The All-Stars and the Crapalon?
Well, yeah, we could do the All-Stars as your 5th year Hexadecathlon and maybe do this during the summertime or during an off time of the year.
Could you do a bit of decathlon and do a smaller amount of games for the... Could you do like a... Because it's Hex, which is 16.
Right, Hexadeca.
Right, so bit is 8?
Bit?
Yeah.
Bit would be 2.
Byte?
Byte-a-thon?
Yeah. Well, so that sounds
really dirty.
I'm really tired now, so none of these ideas are good. Well, no, what I'm thinking is you could divide up you could do a division and do the best of and some new stuff too.
And you got to give Brad a chance at number 1.
Well, yeah, honestly, like I mean, the one thing that I was kind of talking about earlier is I think that in this, I mean, I don't know how we would do this, but it'd be nice if for the next one, like the previous winners, if we had different weights and it did like a side tournament of like previous winners or whatever. Because I know this time, like I only played probably like 6 or 7 of them. I only played like once. And because I didn't want to win again. I know Steve was in like the same boat. Like he was playing some, started to set some scores, whatever, and then wanted to, didn't want to just like just run over it, again, like let somebody else take the championship on it. But it'd be nice for us to be able to still still like go balls to the wall with like trying to set high scores without pushing down everyone else who just comes to play casually.
And also keep in mind, I want to do the High Score Heroes game show for Korg, so I got to set that thing up too.
How is that working? Or are we talking about that here?
Well, we don't need to talk too much about it, but you have a PC laptop I'd like to set up that game show program on.
Yeah, we can do that.
So, gotta get together. Sorry to talk business.
Korgs!
Yeah, Korgs. Come see us at Korgs, everybody. May something. I don't know the date.
I was going to say for the blind thing, there was something they did, when I go to PAX East, they always do their secret game for the Omegathon, and they do a series of games, and the people are on teams, and they don't know what they're going to be playing. And one year they had a setup, it might have been the first year of PAX East, they had a setup, and it was all covered, and you couldn't see, and then what they did was it was different Nintendo games for that, but they had different goals. It'd be like the first level of Mario, the first to this many lines in Tetris, the first to this, and they were lined up and they were on a team, so one person sat down at the first chair, then the second chair, and it was like a speed race to see who could complete those goals the fastest, and they didn't know what the games were going into it. Cool. So it was really fast. It took like maybe 10 minutes.
Kind of like WarioWare style.
Yeah, it was, get these small things and get through it.
So I will say I would regret not being able to see the video beforehand. Your video this year of all the stuff cut together and the music was really cool.
Thank you.
What was the music you chose?
Oh, I was gonna play Tecmo Bowl, the ending of Tecmo Bowl.
Okay, it was really neat.
I even recorded myself playing that. I was gonna be the end music when I was giving out trophies. Shit.
I was just saying for like a small side thing, or like just because
yeah.
that's something that would take like a little bit of setup, but like maybe like actually 10 minutes with 2 teams competing across 5 games. To do a blind thing and then have regular.
I like the team idea too, because I like playing with teams here, especially because you get somebody who's not good and somebody's good, and you help each other out and get better.
Yeah, that was fun.
Somebody also suggested an all Atari competition, which I guess I could get more power supplies, but God knows I have enough Ataris for it.
Well, I wonder if there's enough interest in all this that maybe we could do a league. Do like a monthly, smaller thing, kind of like you guys are doing at the Pinball League, and
everybody get together and play Eugene Levy's.
No,
maybe we should. The Crappalon League,
and the league has folded.
Maybe we should
the league could
for
do
now just consider maybe discussing the possibility of doing this as a biannual thing as opposed to annually. So every 6 months we'll do something. We got the Hexadecathlon.
Hexadecathlon will be once a year, no matter what. I'll buy all the prizes for that. But then the other thing would be
we could do the Hexadecathlon.
So I don't have to break my budget.
Yeah,
right. So
a ton of shit for people.
So
which I love doing, by the way, because I have to buy my friends.
So, So Chris, would you be okay having? If we did the Hexadecathlon, we would do it over at our place. Is it okay having that associated with the Hexadecathlon? Like, have it be in the same family? Like, if we were to take pictures and
it's our podcast. We do whatever we want.
Not making any money off this, Yoker.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to charge us a franchise fee?
No.
Oh God!
Do you
get clout? Like, do you get more points?
Don't give them any ideas.
I'm gonna claim all YouTube videos with Hexadecathlon in the name.
He's going to start dressing like Colonel Sanders and going from place to place to make sure the people are playing the games the right way.
So
He's going to copyright his algorithm for scoring.
Was everybody interested in the 16-bit idea for the summer? Because that doesn't seem like
a
cost
it'd be fun.
It'd be fun as long as it's not full of just a bunch of college kids.
And I'll probably just get a regular trophy made instead of a painting trophy, because that just seems more apt for an arcade.
Yeah, and actually, if you talk to them, they would probably be really cool about it. Like, they've been really cool about our league and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to say.
I'd even rent it out, but for 20 people, that doesn't take. 20 people wouldn't even take up the whole space.
Could we rent out the
gaming grid?
Yeah, that place.
Oh yeah.
And there's another one out. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I can look it up. But there's another arcade.
I think Darren knows thing.
Yeah. I'd love to go to Cincinnati and do Arcade Legacy too.
Oh, seriously, no joke. That would be perfect.
But
we could
getting
caravan.
Everybody to go to Cincinnati would be a bit.
We'd have to plan it way ahead of time.
Well, I planned this 2 months ahead, and still 20 people didn't show up. So.
I don't know. I have to go to the Forest Fair Mall in Cincinnati.
Corey, honey,
did you guys ever use your passes you won last year?
No, we didn't get a chance to. I was too poor to even pay for gas to get down there.
Dude,
so
they're still good, aren't they?
Guys.
Yeah, they're still
good.
good.
No.
We're pinball.
They have pinbers.
Yeah.
They have good pinbers.
And they have Sunset
Jesse's
Riders.
Nice.
And
bury me with my money.
Yes.
Love Sunset Riders.
They have Smash TV now. They have a Phoenix, Kangaroo, Arcade Kangaroo. A lot of really good stuff down there.
Simpsons 4-player,
Kickman?
4-player.
No Kickman.
Kickman.
We're getting a little off track, so I guess it's how long we've been
any other
going?
games?
2 hours.
Oh, fuck.
Almost.
I think that's good. That's a good place to cut off. And
Any other suggestions for games or anything like that? Any trivia games that would be good, or pinburs?
I could think of stuff, but I don't.
There's plenty of good pinball stuff that we could do, and there's a way to limit the game length probably if we get pro packs, which I think you have.
Yeah, I've got pro packs.
Yeah, so the pro packs you can set it to hard and turn it on 3-ball, no extra balls. So.
Yeah.
Request for next year.
Well, since you said it, request for next year. Go, Tanton.
Snafu for the Intellivision.
I'll come back to me.
Dave, can I? I don't have anything yet either.
NBA Jam. I don't know.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It's a good one.
One of the Mortal Kombat games.
Okay.
I don't know.
Bubble bath babe.
Bust a move, whatever it's called.
Bitch bubble bath babes.
Bust a move,
bust a move,
groove.
like the bubble popping. Yeah, it's a good game.
Oh, you know what? Actually, even like Magical Drop would be a really fun one too.
Magical Drop is really good. Yeah. I actually really, really love Burnout 3's Crash Mode.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah, I think that would be great.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
What do you scored on?
You're scored on
how much you
the total
destroyed?
amount of damage that you do. It's done in dollar amounts. So your goal is to drive your car and careen it into a busy intersection and blow up as many cars, including yourself. And you get power-ups. Yeah, and it's fast. It's like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For each,
cool.
For each run, and then there's power-ups. So, like, when your car flies up in the air, then you try to aim it towards a power-up that makes your car explode even more and do more damage. It's really neat.
You aim the crashed car.
Yeah, you aim your car while it's crashing.
Steve, you've never played this?
I have.
Okay,
a long time ago.
So good.
Yeah.
Don't touch my feet.
Now I'm going to do it more.
That feels great. Play that already. I don't think they need a game to do that.
Don't touch my feet.
That wasn't a game suggestion.
Don't touch my feet. Is that an Atari homebrew? Don't touch my feet.
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Don't touch me.
Megan?
I have no idea what you've done in previous years because it's my first
That's fine.
Hexadecathlon.
Oh, did you have fun this year? Did you like
yes,
it?
Yes, it was fun.
Good.
But Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
We already did that.
We did it.
We did
Yeah,
do
the
that.
first year. A good choice.
Well, I don't care anymore.
Excitebike.
That was Linda's choice.
I was thinking about doing Tecmo Bowl Coach Mode.
What's that?
There's a coach mode?
You just pick the plays and the computer plays for you. So all you do is pick the plays.
Interesting.
And it would only be a half, so
It
it
has
wouldn't
a-
take that long.
Okay.
Huh?
Sports.
But it's Coach Mode.
Wait.
Spreads.
Is
It's
there a
kind of like-
fast way to do Mutant League anything?
Probably not.
Oh, it's too bad because that's such a
That's-
fucking
that-
good. That's like the only sports game I
It's
like.
fun, but it'd be hard to teach somebody that's not like into football because Tecmo Bowl is 4 plays.
Yeah.
That's why it would gravitate to that.
Well, if we kept with the Atari sports theme, we could do summer games and do
banging on the
hacky sack.
That's California games on the Nintendo,
California
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Oh, and if on that theme, Activision boxing.
Yeah.
Excitebike for the NES.
Excitebike.
Yeah. Multiplayer.
Is there multiplayer?
Or well,
There's
I think you can
2
play
player.
one on 2 players, so it'd be
At the same time, or was it like one at a time?
No, I think you can race each other.
2 at the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was probably going to suggest Mutant League Hockey. That would probably be a good one.
Nice.
3-minute periods, maybe play
That'd
one
be
or
our
2
third
periods.
hockey game.
Yeah.
We did Blades of Steel the first year.
Canadian
Good
would
on
really
video
be
game,
happy about
not
that.
in real life.
With none of them NHL 94. Did you have any suggestions, Sam, for next year since you're over there? No.
No, like pinball table
He's good.
suggestions.
Yeah. If we can do pro mode on Pinball Arcade and turn off extra
Gravity.
balls.
Gravity.
Turn off physics.
Trying to think. I mean, I don't know. Like,
Oh,
I like
God.
how Chris does pick like hard tables. I do like that. Like the more kind of simple hard tables. I don't
Space
know.
Shuttle. Would Space Shuttle
Oh,
be a good
fuck
one?
Space Shuttle.
Space Shuttle would be all right.
hate that game.
Yeah, maybe.
It is the
So if we
loudest
buy
game.
Space Shuttle, you're not coming
What
to our
about Black
house.
Hole? Black Hole's kind of
Oh,
Black
Black Hole
Hole
is
is pretty
bitchin'.
brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Black
it looks
Hole.
so beautiful on
Yeah,
Pinball Arcade.
it does.
Like on Steam or on PS3.
If you're like in the
Canadian-
dark
yeah.
playing that game, it there's like this blue hue to it.
It plays much better than the actual pinball machine does too. So, because most of them you can't get it down to lower playfield. Or Haunted House actually is also really good.
Oh God, Haunted House.
Hey, question. Oh no, the game is gone.
What?
Dig Dug 2. Is there any way to play Dig Dug 2 in a tournament?
I think it has points, but it's long. You guys taking off?
I'm going to move the car.
Oh. Gonna do car dancing? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bye to the podcast.
Okay. That's a good
That
time.
or any of the cute Kirby mini games, the Smashy, or
You know Kirby better than I do.
I'll have to look at the Kirby mini games because there's usually cute ones of those.
How about Mario Party?
No.
I think we said a Mario Kart for something.
I said every game should be Mario Kart, but
actually, if you wanted a really quick 4-player multiplayer game, bumper balls for Mario Party. Just put it into the minigame only mode and do like 3 deaths or whatever. And
Pokemeow Stadium 1 Licky Tongue eating sushi. I love that so much. It's so much fun.
Is Licky Tongue its actual species?
It's Licky Tongue.
I don't know my Pokemeow.
Everything about that just sounded completely dirty, and I feel like I need to take a shower.
It's a dinosaur with its tongue coming out, and what you have to do is there's a rotating sushi bar, and you have to rack up the highest. We can turn it off.
You turn off the rotating?
No, you
then the sushi would go bad.
No, I thought you told me to shut up. So you have to rack up the highest cost. If you eat the wrong things, and if you eat the wrong things, he gets grossed out. And if you eat hot things, he runs around and screams.
Aww.
So it'll cut down on how much you can eat. So you want to make sure that you're only going after the most expensive sushi. But it's a quick, and you can do 4 players.
Oh, so it's like date night.
When I go to an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet deal, I always do that. I'm just like, okay, give me the dragon roll. What's the most expensive thing you have on the menu? I want that.
Yep.
Because if I'm going to pay $36, then I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth along with my wife's money worth.
It's fun. It's actually a fun game.
Wait, can you make your name JoJo?
Also, is it on the Nintendo 64?
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Lord.
That's honestly, seriously, I played Yoshi's Story on the Nintendo 64, and I played that on the Nintendo 64, and everything else can eat a dick.
We haven't done
Ogre
Robotron
Battle
yet
64.
either, by the way.
That's true.
No, that would be a good one.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I know.
We did Berserk. Didn't do Robotron.
Actually, Robotron with the on the N64. I mean, you kind of get the dual stick thing. They better do the 360.
Bomberman Act 0.
No. Hexadecathlon.
Well, I think that's a good cutoff point. We're starting to get a little loopy here. Thanks for listening, guys, and thanks for coming, everybody. And this is my Christmas, and I was up at 6 a.m. this morning, all excited and giddy for.
Yeah, you posted awfully early. Our kid got us up early, and I'm like, "Look, Chris already posted."
So I can't wait to see everybody next year, and whatever we do before then and after then, and keep listening to the podcast. And happy.
Bye.
Now you're playing with podcast.
Hey listeners, this is Tatton. Just wanted to take a quick moment and let you know that there's lots of great places you can follow Now You're Playing With Podcast. We have a Facebook page set up, which is Now You're Playing With Fan Page. We have a Twitter account set up, which is NYPW Tweets, or Now You're Playing With Tweets. And, of course, all the episodes are available for download from NowYou'rePlayingWith.com. So we hope you enjoyed the show. If you like it, please take a moment and send us a message. Let us know what you think about it. And we hope to have some more shows coming for you soon. Until then, thanks for listening.